I can't tell. Like, I think it's live, but it might not be live.
You also
I
have a
see
10 second.
nothing.
I see nothing. The goggles, they do nothing.
They do not. The goggles. They do not sing.
This is my jam. This is my jam right here.
I can't tell.
Got a Twitch for no reason.
Like, I think it's live, but it
That'd
might
be the
not
second
live.
time.
You guys
I
have a
don't
10
have
second.
anything yet. I guess after.
I see nothing. The goggles, they do nothing.
Oh, I hear something. Oh no, it is
I
live.
heard
I
it
have
on
it open.
somebody's.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. I was like, why are you saying the same thing over and over again? Okay. So yeah, we're live now. Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody. It is October the what's the date today?
The 24th.
October the 24th. It's my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday to my brother Tyler, who is a fantastic
Happy
human
birthday,
being.
Tyler.
Birthday, Tyler.
Yeah. He probably has never seen this before and probably never will, because he has a life and friends and things like that.
I ran into him at the bar like a year ago.
Yeah, he's likely there, like right now.
He was telling really bad stories to try and impress women, and they were not impressed.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I do
Tyler.
that. It's kind of runs through the family.
Oh, you guys gotta see him. Hang on, I'll try to find the picture.
I didn't know you were related to Landon.
So, Halloween, October. October is one of my favorite months. My birthday is in October. It also happens to be the time of one of my absolute favorite holidays, which is Halloween, which is what brings our Halloween attire today and our very special Halloween special in the Chronicles of Oberon. This is an entirely standalone, has nothing to do with anything that we've done before. It is going to be a one-shot adventure just for shits and giggles. There's going to be some fun to be had. There's going to be a little bit of combat. There's going to be a little bit of puzzle solving, but mostly everything is going to be themed around Halloween. Important note to do is that everyone's going to be playing their normal characters, but this is not really going to mean anything at the end of the day. We'll pick right back up with the next episode. So if you were here to catch the next episode, I do apologize. We will not be continuing the story because today we are going to be celebrating some awesome Halloween type stuff. I see Chris is just rocking out to the Ghostbusters theme song right now.
Rob, I expect you to like. It's October. It's one of my favorite holidays. My birthday. Whoop,
My
whoop.
birthday. My birthday. Obviously, you know, if you haven't ever seen us before, thanks so much for showing up. If you are watching live now, if you aren't watching live now and watching the recording, we also truly appreciate that. As always, my name is Captain Rob, also known by Rob Steinberg. I'm an actor and a voice actor out here in Los Angeles, California. I am the Trick, and surrounding me are all of my treats. To the right of me, you'll see my good buddy Chris, who plays Cantharion, our noble paladin. Underneath Chris, we have Landon, who plays our gnome sorcerer. Underneath Landon, we have Jillian, at the very bottom right down there, who plays our holy cleric. To the left of Jillian, we have Kevin, who plays our. You're a rogue? Yes, a rogue.
I am a rogue.
Our half elf or full elf? Half elf rogue.
I am a half-elf rouge.
And directly above Kevin is my best buddy Joe, who plays our elf ranger. I'm super excited tonight, guys. I don't know about you. I am super stoked on Halloween.
I'm super excited that you're super excited.
Yeah.
Toadster.
It was a lot of fun putting this little shindig together tonight. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Does anybody have any like big plans for Halloween? Like, what's everybody gonna be doing? Trick or treating? Are we gonna?
I'm planning to do the Halloween Comic Fest at our local comic book shop.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
With an 8-year-old.
That as an 8-year-old boy, I feel like I would have absolutely loved that. To go to a comic book store and hang out with a bunch
Well,
of people.
last year he won the costume contest. Maybe I'll show you the wizard hat that I made for him.
He went as a wizard.
It was pretty epic.
Nice.
Yeah, he won all
Nice.
kinds of, like a big box of comic book loot and stuff.
Did you get any candy with it?
No, it was all
got way
comic
cooler
books.
stuff.
Way cooler things than candy. Things that last a lifetime.
Yes.
Emery's.
They actually got him into Peanuts. We were talking about the Peanuts movie earlier. And Joe never having heard of it or something, right?
Yeah, I just found out about it this morning.
Bro, you've never
Apparently
heard of the
Kevin
Peanuts
doesn't-
movie? You've never heard of the
doesn't-
Peanuts? Charlie Brown.
He's heard of the Peanuts. He's saying the new movie that's like going to be in 3D animation style.
Come on, man. The Peanuts, the Great Pumpkin. It's awesome. You might meet a
Right.
Great Pumpkin tonight. Who knows? You have no idea. I know.
I always
I
hate
mean, the answer is
Peanuts.
I know because I know all of the things.
Sometime this week, the Great Pumpkin will be on some network somewhere.
Probably.
Probably multiple
Probably.
times.
If I paid for cable, I probably would have seen it by now.
And then they get to meet the great.
I don't think you
Thanksgiving
even need
turkey
cable to
and
see
the
it. It's going to be
Santa
on
Claus.
regular channels.
Chris, you got any big plans for Halloween?
Let's see. I've got
He's
Got a
looking
few
through
things on the
his
DVR.
calendar right now.
I've got Hocus Pocus in there. We've got a little. We've got some Adams Family going.
Are there any children who live in Nevada? Like, are you getting any trick or treaters at all? Or no?
So, well, my house.
I imagine your house is just smack in the middle of the desert, and you have to ride a horse to get your water.
I mean, my house kind of is. So
Some tumbleweeds come up to the door. He's like, "Oh, you like some candy?"
Ours is like in the middle of a cornfield, and we're on a dead end street. We don't really get any trick or treaters unless they're related to the family.
Wait, do you have a corn maze?
No.
Maze,
no.
maze.
No, we don't.
Oh,
we don't
I should have
own
thought
that,
about
but
making a maze. I don't know how I would do D&D and make you guys go through a maze, but I think that's a great idea. I need to come back to that.
Okay, now we know what's coming.
Yeah, there's gonna be a maze
Spoiler
at some
alert.
point.
This
'cause
time next year, maze.
maze.
I'll be
Can we go on a
amazed.
hayride, Rob? I want to go on a hayride.
I would love to go on a hayride. There is no hayrides in this. Well, I'm
Roll,
not gonna spoil it for you.
roll
Nah,
against
I'm
the
gonna spoil
hay.
it. There's no hayrides. No hayrides, not yet. I should have put in a hayride though. That would have been a lot of fun. Maybe I will put in a hayride. Maybe you won't even know. Landon, you doing anything special for Halloween?
Possibly.
Yeah. Gonna
Yeah.
go to a little Halloween party, get good and Halloween drunk.
Maybe. We hope so. But yeah. we'll
In
see.
You
LA,
gonna
they
invite
do.
that chick?
That's the maybe part. if she goes, then yeah, I'll go with that.
In LA, they do this thing where they shut down the entirety of like a ginormous like major street, and everybody gets dressed up in their costumes, and everyone goes out and gets shit-faced drunk. And we do it every year. And this year, we're actually like living like 1 block away from there, so it's gonna be absolute craziness, and I can't wait. Of course, I have to get a costume. I do not have one yet. So I will be trying to procure a costume at some point this week. But
Any
Anyway.
idea what you're gonna be?
I'm thinking about doing like a gunslinger kind of thing because I'm really into the Dark Tower, so I really want to.
Be a character from Mad Max from the new Mad Max movie.
I could do that. I could shave everything off my head and then just go all shiny and chrome.
Yeah, they've probably sold out of all the edible spray paint silver.
Yeah.
I remember they did like last year.
Edible?
Yeah, it's first you spray it onto food to paint the food silver or gold and you put it on your
Just
face.
spray it in your
Because
mouth.
you can't put regular
Notice
spray
me
paint
over.
on your face.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a challenge.
Yeah. I've seen videos on YouTube where people just like going at it with real spray paint. Like no joke. Like I can't
That's so
imagine. dude.
It's police evidence at this point. So we
Just
can't really talk
destroying
about
their
it.
mouths with a real spray paint.
I mean, they make silver face paint, so you could use that if it just like not look as splattery.
It's just a whippet that you just pour on your face.
Though if it were like something that was water soluble, you could probably mix it in a spritzer bottle and.
I was trying
Alright,
to find a picture
guys.
of Tyler.
I'm putting too
but-
much thought into that.
Bro,
found the
you
thing.
asked me when I go for Halloween.
Joe, what are you doing for Halloween?
Nobody
going-
cares, Joe.
I'm a massive 21 bar.
You live in your
bar.
parents' house. Nobody cares.
Shush. In my new improved Fallout Vault Boy suit.
Nice. Are you gonna
Yeah,
get Fallout 4?
Take it for like 3 bars and then pass out somewhere in the street.
Are you gonna get Fallout 4?
I already have it, and I have the special Pip-Boy edition.
Oh, you actually have the Pip-Boy. Is it any cool or is it stupid?
It's not. It doesn't come in until November.
Ah, okay.
I also have the special edition Gwent cards coming in from the new Witcher.
Oh, for The Witcher. I have to finish The Witcher before the end of the year. I'm trying to like finish a whole bunch of games that I think might be Game of the Year, and I just finished Metal Gear, which was phenomenal, by the way. but I want to finish.
okay.
I want to finish
You
The
don't need to
Witcher.
finish. You don't need to finish Batman. There's no way that's gonna make Game of the Year.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. But you know what could make Game of the Year? Dungeons and Dragons. This Dungeons and Dragons. Highly unlikely that this Dungeons and Dragons will make Game of the Year, but it could. It could.
Not
And
with
with
that.
that, I want to go ahead and start Halloween. But the thing is, we don't celebrate Halloween in Oberon. Halloween is a very American holiday, and we're sort of against, what's the word that I'm looking for? Capitalism in Oberon. So I'm going to go ahead and
I thought you were
take
gonna
us...
say we were against Americans.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit of that.
Oh, this was America.
I'm going to go ahead and take us over to where I want us to be.
Ooh.
I
have
have
America.
made so many maps. Pay no attention.
Wait, I want to go back to that desert town.
Hey,
There's
that
so many
looks
towns
familiar.
here. Oh, do you remember this one? That one's a good one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, let's go back to that one. I want to go kill some dwarves.
Let's go
See, we've been
to...
there also.
Oh, there's the house you didn't go in when you didn't learn about the blacksmith at all. Let's go to... Ah, here we are. There we go. This is where I want to be. Let's scroll this over a little bit so everybody else can see my beautiful Halloween. And let me go ahead and change this music a little bit. I like this right here.
In Before Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. It's exactly what it is, actually. So, in Oberon, we do not celebrate Halloween. We celebrate completely different holidays. However, they are somewhat similar. So because of that, I have written up something especially for this night. As the cold air begins to creep into the days, the people of Oberon begin to harvest the last of their crops. For they know as the winter months come upon them, frigid fingers will creep into their homes. But although the adults prepare themselves for those harsh months, the children prepare themselves for something entirely different. For with the waning of fall comes the great festival of all spirits. Children, dressed from head to toe in their disguises, hide from their spectral companions as a great feast is presented in the town square. At the stroke of midnight, their ritual will be complete, and the children will find themselves showering in sweets. But this All Spirits Festival, a tragedy has struck the town. Right under their noses, the feast was stolen, crumbs leading off into the dark wood. Without their ritual, the spirits will become restless, and the harvest will be for naught. Yearning for the feast, these spirits will reach out and taint the foods of all whom chose to shun them. The mayor has turned to you, the last hope for the sweet town of Pumpkin Bend. Can you return the feast before midnight? Who could manage to steal such a large bounty of food? One thing is certain, you don't want the spirits to catch you on a night like tonight looking like that. You better disguise yourselves as well. May the Festival of All Spirits begin. Welcome to Pumpkin Bend. So, we are going to be playing in the town of Pumpkin Bend, and the surrounding area of Pumpkin Bend, in which we will be doing the All Spirits Festival. Now, the All Spirits Festival is probably something that your characters have interacted with in the past. It's something that happens in Oberon. Some people are not as superstitious as the others, or not as superstitious as others, but it's like my buddy Blaine's saying, it's like Halloween Grinch. It's a festival that you've probably heard of before. Your characters have probably interacted with it once before. You've just stumbled upon the town of Pumpkin Bend, and it's growing late. You decide that you are going to stay inside this town, but the mayor has come to you and told you of the bad news that the feast has bhan stolen. As of right now, you are all dressed in the same attire that your characters always were. Cantharion in his large armor with the giant pauldrons, and Grisham in his I assume does Grisham wear leather? Is that what Grisham wears?
Yes, he has leather armor.
Grisham probably
actually
has like
buff.
this leather armor on, and you've just rode into the town. It is getting late, but the mayor has come to you and asked your assistance. As you ride into the town, you notice that it's decorated in glowing lanterns. The lanterns made of sort of like these paper mache that are hanging up upon these wires. The lanterns are decorated with their own little symbols. Some of them have bats, other ones have spider webs. And throughout all around you, there are pumpkins. Pumpkins carved with funny faces and pumpkins carved with scary faces. But all of the people here also appear to be dressed up in sort of grandiose costumes. They aren't wearing what most normal people would wear, and the children look very upset. The mayor comes to you, and he says, "Travelers, I've heard of what you've done. Word travels far in Oberon. I beg of you, can you please help our town? Without the feast, I fear we will not make it through the winter."
The last time we did something for food, it didn't turn out so well, so I suggest you find some other group of weary travelers that are passing through. These guys and gal, probably not best suited. You might wind up dead. Just forewarning you.
He looks at you confused and says, but how is that possible? Word has traveled so far of all the good that you have done. I hear of dragon slaying. I hear of the scaling of mountains. Clearly, you can help us with just this one thing.
Vast exaggerations, all of it.
And I put my hand up to Venator, and I just look at the mayor and I say, "Good sir, I am Kentherion, Might of Tyr, Savior Farendale, Dragon Slayer, and Foe of Fiends. And those tales, I can assure you, were not an exaggeration. We would be glad to assist you." So what exactly is the situation here?
The mayor sort of presents you towards like the middle of the town square. In the middle, there's sort of like this large fountain, which has been drained of all the water for fear that it will freeze over. But normally they would adorn this fountain with like sweets, like sweet pies and candies, and things like that. The idea is that when the spirits come in, although you may not see the spirits take the sight of the candy as that is the offering to them, and then they choose to leave the food alone. What you see now is just where there once was like a massive amount of candy. It all has been taken away, and there might be like a couple of scraps here and there, and the wrappers for some of these candies, which have been eaten, lead off into the woods, into the darkness.
Do you know of anyone who would attempt to do such a thing? Why would someone disrupt your town?
The mayor looks at you confused, and he says, "I can't imagine anyone would want to have ill thoughts towards all spirits." He says, "This is a festival for our ancestors. This is a festival for us in the future, to know that when we move on, that the world will still remember us. Anyone who would have taken this, clearly they must not understand."
So you're telling me you survive off nothing but candy throughout the warm, the fall, the autumn?
I actually face-palmed that.
Yeah, a feast sounds counterproductive to your hunger issue. I'm not gonna lie.
The mayor laughs and he says, "No, of course not. We don't survive on the candy alone. We survive on our own food." And he sort of gestures towards like there's like a large like a storehouse that is full of like like corn and beans and tomatoes and squash and like all that different kinds of stuff. Because they had just picked the harvest, they're like loading the last bit of the food in there. But the idea of all spirits is sort of like to celebrate those, but at the same time create a festival that the kids can enjoy as well.
How rotund is this mayor?
He's large.
My good sir, I think you could do without the sweets. I think you'll survive this night.
He looks at you. He looks at you and he says, it's not about the. I'm about to change his voice because I decided that he is rotund. he says, I don't know how to do it without sounding like a Richard Nixon. But he says it's not about the sweets. It's about the children. We must do it for their sake, for the sake of our food and for the sake of the spirits. Clearly, your ancestors would wish that you do the same.
I can assure you, good sir, I understand matters of the spiritual are of the utmost importance, and will definitely investigate this immediately.
Venator, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check. Skills. Oh yeah.
25. So as he's talking to Cantharion, you notice
It's actually a crit. It's a natural 20.
Yeah, you can't crit on skill checks though, but it's still fucking
Yes, you
high.
can.
As he's talking to Cantharion, you do notice that there probably is a couple of wrappers of unwrapped wrappers of candy like in his pocket. Like he probably was having his take at a few bits of candy beforehand. Yeah. He looks to Cantharion and he says, well, thank you so much. I can't possibly thank you enough. Is there anything that we can do to help you?
Let me think about where we're at in our quest here. We know that there are bigger parties at work in the world right now, and there is war on our doorstep. If you have any sort of information or any way you could point us to someone who knows of any arms dealings or any illicit activities that might help us, we would appreciate that.
He says, absolutely, I would be happy to help. While you find the feast, I will talk around town and see what I can find.
Sounds
Wait,
good.
so what are we getting out of this?
Information.
The fun
The
of
best
having
thing.
a Halloween party.
Theron, you're the worst.
Or the best.
No.
Also,
pretty sure
maybe a bunch of candy. Come on, man, it's about fun.
It's
I
about
don't have
candy.
fun. This is no fun for us.
The cowl is up.
As you as he says this, another woman sort of walks up and she says, "Dearies, clearly you did not intend to go out in what you are wearing now."
Is there something wrong with our attire?
She looks at the mayor, and the mayor says, "Oh, they must be from far away." And the woman looks back at you and she says, "When the spirits come at night, you will not want to be looking as you are right now, or else, for fear that they might see you as the ones who have stolen the candy yourselves, you must disguise yourselves, adventurers. I believe we may be able to help."
By all means, show us what needs to be done.
She leads you like back away from the main square where they have let me go ahead and pull this up for you right now. She leads you farther back away from like the main courtyard area towards like the back. And there's like a little church back there, and as well as a couple of different shops. The shops are all costume shops. Inside you see like these grandiose costumes, and you could pretty much find anything that you want inside of here. Mix and match different assortments and whatnot. And she says, "Please, I'm sorry, it's the woman now. Please, for your help, we are willing to offer you whatever costumes that you need." At this time, You are each taken into the costume stores, and you need to decide what your all spirits costume will be.
I start rummaging through, kind of throwing tatters and bits of clothing everywhere.
There's like a dwarf in there who's like, fucking Jesus Christ. Like, I didn't
going
agree.
through like shelves and racks and closets and things, just kind of throwing stuff everywhere. And finally, I see that which I am looking for, and I unfurl it, and I throw it up against myself, and it is a long, flowing gown that you would take to a ball.
Are you dressing as a woman?
No, I'm dressing as a man.
Oh, when you
in
said
a
gown that you would take to a
clearly.
ball.
The man in a
Why
gown.
can't I be taken to a ball? That's what I want to say.
As you sort of present it on yourself, the dwarf looks up at you and he goes, it's very becoming.
Thank you. I shall take it. And I get some like little sequins and jewelry and other things to kind of do it big.
He sort of nods at you as you walk off, and he's like trying to fold all the different things that you had thrown at him, and he delicately places them on the shelves.
Wait, where's on the show? Oh, all the other things.
Yeah. It's a bunch of costume stores. It's a Halloween town, Pumpkin Bend.
I proceed to go to the back to change.
What does everybody else get?
I'll be searching for everything that would be in golds and blues with satiny and silky materials and maybe like some shiny bits on them. And just going to paint my face like a snake.
Ooh, I like that. So you find like this beautiful like satiny. I'm imagining like a light blue, almost like a sky blue. And then there's like these golds and all this ornate jewelry. And there's actually a woman inside one of these shops, and she assists with you with the painting of your face to make that and your face it looks pristine and nice, but at the same time it's classy and a bit dangerous. And so, but you feel very good about it. You feel very good about it. It gives you like a little extra boost to your charisma as you get situated. What's everybody else going as?
Do they have any sort of man-sized bat costumes?
Man-sized bat costumes.
Perhaps I could be a man bat.
So you walk into one of the costume stores and there's an elf, and he's sitting there talking to you. He says, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. You want a man-sized bat costume?
Yes.
He
I feel like that would help me blend in with the night.
he says,
The Dark Knight.
He says, that sounds a bit strange, but I think I'll see what we can do. And he goes in the back and he takes out like 3 like children's bat costumes. He's like tears them apart and sewing them back together. And he creates this one large costume, and he brings it out and he sort of puts it up against you, and he says, well, what do you think?
Do you have a mask along with that?
He says, you want a bat mask for
Yes.
your man bat costume?
I think that would really set the spirits at ease.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do. He walks into the back and he pulls out this mask, and it's like just a normal mask that would go around a head. And he starts sort of carving away at it, and then he's confused. He's like, what does a bat look like? What would a man bat look like? And as he's carving away at this, he brings it back and he sort of presents it to you, and he says, there you go. Not entirely sure why anyone would ever want to look like that.
You needn't concern yourself with that, good sir. We're simply trying to save your town, and then I'll take it and head into a different back room.
As you walk into the different back room, he says, "Aye, that's the hero this city needs."
As he's walking in, I'm walking out, kind of doing twirls with my skirt. Noticing how it spins in the air.
Grisham, what are you going as?
I'm gonna find myself like a scarecrow outfit.
So
It's
you
gonna
want?
be kind of. It's more like a Wizard of Oz type scarecrow though. Like I'm stuffed with straw and things. It could be a little bit of the Batman villain-esque crossover here, but it's mostly like I just look like I'm a mess. Like I'm a horrible mess with like straw sticking out of me everywhere at strange angles. I'm like moving and like stabbing myself, with it. Like it's a really uncomfortable and stupid.
When you walk into the costume store and you're sort of like blasé, like you're like I was thinking of doing a scarecrow, and the woman behind the counter is like, oh yes, I think we have just the thing, and she walks into the back room and through the back room and out the door of the back room and goes out into the field and literally like tears down a scarecrow and then brings it back, and she's like and she's just like she's like she's trying to desperately to take some of like the straw out to make it look like she didn't just rip down a scarecrow, but she presents it to you and she says, I believe it'll be a perfect fit.
I think it fits. Thank you, Adam.
And last but certainly not least, our tiny friend, Vincent, what are you going to go as?
I'm gonna ask the shopkeep. He's got any like heroes? You got any like famous heroes or anything like that?
Any famous heroes? The shopkeeper looks at you and he says, what sort of hero were you looking for?
The most famous kinds of them all, just maybe some tells or something like that. Some recreations.
He ponders to himself. He says, heroes they come and go here in Oberon. It's hard to tell, but I reckon we might be able to get a little something for you. Well, and then he looks down and he sees how tall you are, and he says, well, this might be more hard than I thought.
Well,
Find
surely you've
yourself
heard of.
Find yourself a Cantherion costume.
Surely you've heard of the most famous hero of them all, Title Master Cantherion.
He says, oh, the fighter of fiends. I hear tell.
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah, the slayer of dragons himself. It's been a very popular costume this year, I must say. And he says, I think I have just the thing. And he wanders into the back, and he pulls out like a costume that's like it has way overly exaggerated like pauldrons and shit. And it's like, and it's got like it comes with a wig with this flowing hair. And it's a very caricature-esque version of Cantherion.
So it looks like Thor?
A little bit, almost like Thor. It comes with a shield, but the shield is kind of tiny, like a little play toy shield, and it comes with like a little toy sword that would be very hard to hit things with, which seems appropriate. So he comes out and he presents it to you and he says, let me know what you think.
Absolutely perfect. I'll take it.
You put it on and now you are like this fully armored tiny gnome sorcerer with your little tiny shield. And it comes with like a little pamphlet, and you open it up, and when you open it up it says like titles of the great savior Cantherion, and then you notice that it just keeps going and it keeps fucking going, and it's like a scroll that like never stops. It's just never ending. So you all have come out into your costumes and now find yourselves in the town square. This is the first time that you see each other. What is your sort of reaction to everything?
Vincent, you look very impressive. I feel like you are strong enough to take on the world.
You're like some sort of dark knight.
Yes.
Venator, did you cut your hair or something? Like your eyes, they just look a lot nicer.
I don't know about y'all,
Something
but
different.
I make this look good.
Softens his rough edges. Makes him more approachable, that's for sure.
You see yourselves in the costumes, and as you walk outside, you know the onlookers look at you, and you know they're sort of nodding their head like, yes, I think that this will do. I think that they will be able to pass. I think the spirits will leave them alone. And meanwhile, the kids are like walking up, and you know the kids run up to Vincent, and they go, Where did you get a Cantharion costume? They only had those in adult size.
Pulled some strings.
And he's and you know as you're sort of like walking past them, one of the kids turns to the other kid and he goes, "If he dies, I want to keep it." Everyone else is sort of like admiring your attire, and the mayor walks up and he says, "Yes, I hope that these are to your liking."
They'll do just fine, thank you.
He
Thank you very much.
he looks at you and he says, "You make a very menacing man-bat."
I've become what I most fear. And I just walk away.
So so you walk back towards the main fountain area.
Nope.
You walk back towards the main fountain area, and at the main fountain area, you see all of this, you know, the wrappers of candy, and it's sort of trailing off into the woods. At this time, you can sort of, you know, what do you guys want to do? How do you want to proceed here?
Yeah, I mean, just follow the wrappers. I'll kind of lead the way. As long as the trail stays obvious.
As a side note, to my costume, I'm losing my stuffing. Like as I walk, there's a trail of straw behind me at all times. Okay, and that's part of my costume. So I just want that to be noted.
As you're sort of walking, you're a bit confused
Very stubborn.
as you do it, because you're like, how much fucking straw is in this? And it's like never stops. There's just like little like things of straw being left behind. So now you see like a trail of candy wrappers and stuff, followed by just like a trail of straw that Grisham is leaving behind him. So you're off. You walk through the. I mean, well, is there anything else you want to do in Pumpkin Bend before we proceed?
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
All right.
Actually,
Is this gonna be one of those situations where we should have asked a bunch of questions
is there
before we got
Can we all go like arm in arm and skipping and maybe singing as we go?
Absolutely, if you want to.
oh man, I want to get some pumpkin spice arrows real quick.
Oh yeah, can we partake in the feast before we leave?
There is no feast. We're looking for the feast.
No, we're looking for the candy.
The candy
For the
is. I thought it was a
spirits.
candy and the feast.
Because otherwise the spirits are going to eat the feast.
The spirits will eat
I'm-
the feast if you do not come back with the candy.
You filthy humans and your rituals.
Alright, we'll
This
get the
is already
candy,
getting confusing.
then we'll get the feast. It'll be great.
The candy is the feast. Okay, the candy is the feast. They call it the feast because it's like fun, because it's for the kids and stuff like that. Their actual food will be consumed by the spirits if the spirits can't like get the food. Or that's like the superstitious. Like you can believe it if you want to, but they think that like all of their vegetables will rot if they don't do the ritual. You know what I mean? It's not bizarre for this to happen in Oberon. It might be something that
It's all the
you're
time.
like fuck all spirits. Like this is fucking dumb.
I begin like scalding humans as I pick up my loins and kind of like shuffling through the tall grass.
So you guys are off. You wander into the woods. It's a little bit loud.
Spooky.
Spoopy.
I hate
Spoopy
you.
music for the
Okay, well-
spoopy adventure. Okay, so you find yourselves you're wandering into the woods. There's all these wrappers that are on the ground, and behind you is all of the straw. As you're wandering off into the woods, you see that the lights from the town are slowly beginning to fade, and the darkness of this cool, chill fall evening begins to creep in around you. There are owls and bats inside the wood, each hanging, and as you walk, you can feel them watching you. You notice that the candy follows some sort of trail into the woods. It hasn't sort of gone off that trail, and based off of what you know of all spirits, you have the understanding that the feast is probably huge. So it would have been very difficult to just make it all disappear, just to take it all away. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Oh, God.
$15, 14. Whew. I just lost a
And I
die
hope I can get an
forever.
autograph. Get my sword autographed.
Oh, Grisham got a 24. Okay. So as you are walking through the woods, Grisham, you eye in the distance the silhouette of a human being. It's far away, and you can see that there's a very dim lantern being held by this individual. What do you do?
Oh, do you guys see that? Look over there.
Huh? See what?
I think I saw a man with like a lantern or some kind of human form, just that way, like really, really far. Like, do I still see it, Rob, or was it just like a glimpse and now it's gone?
You still see it. It appears to be staying there. It's sort of like, you know, it's you got a really good roll. It appears to be crouched down towards the ground, but you can definitely tell that there is something there.
No, he's right there. Damn it! Look, just like he's crouched down, like you can just barely see him above the grass. You see that? Is he in the direction we're going? Like following?
Yes,
these
like if you
raptors?
continued
Okay.
down the path, you would probably you would reach him.
All right, I'm gonna pick up the pace and I'm gonna try to get over there quicker. I'm not gonna full on sprint, but I'm gonna definitely double time it.
As he's picking up the pace, there's like straw getting all over my head.
Oh yeah, it's like coming out in clumps now as I move faster.
Brushing it off as I trail behind because they're going up ahead of me.
You pick up the pace.
And
as
it makes me walk funny too, like kind of stiff-legged. So I'm like doing this like weird, like sort of. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'll go off at a jog in that direction.
So as you begin running in that direction, let me go ahead and make a roll. Okay.
Just noticed that Rob is DMing from a different location.
Yeah, I'm in a jungle, also known as my kitchen. We've moved my desk because I kind of like the
Now
lighting.
you're
of
in the
this room
kitchen.
better. Yeah. Well,
shouldn't-
I mean, we don't like eat.
You should
That way
DM
the
where you
beer
eat.
is right there.
Wait, that's not how the saying goes.
Yeah, you shouldn't DM when you eat. I think I
The
heard
beer
that.
is right there.
As you begin running down this path, the way that you run is sort of, it doesn't seem normal because of your costume, obviously, and you hear a scream as the silhouette sort of falls back onto the path, and you notice that. Pull this up real quick.
Bad glasses.
You notice
I can't see without them.
you notice that there is a boy on this path, and he falls backwards, startled from you, and he says, please, spirits, don't hurt me.
I just hold a
It's
hand
okay,
up.
lad. We're not spirits.
and he says he has a stick with him, and he sort of like he like cautiously like pokes it forward and like pokes you, and you can hear like the pff, pff of like, you know, poking straw, and he says a possessed scarecrow. I promise you I mean no harm. I wish to bring back the feast.
What have you done with the candy?
He says, I've done nothing. And he... Oh, we have a follower. Tasselhoff. That's one of the best names I've ever seen. Thanks so much for following, man. We appreciate it. Happy Halloween and happy hunting. As he pokes you with the stick, and you sort of yell out at him, he says, I've done nothing. Nothing at all. I just wish to bring it back. To save the town. To save our people.
I believe you, but stop with the stick. I am not a piñata.
He lowers the stick.
Yeah, what is that? There's no more human trickery.
It could be.
You notice, actually, I hate to make you keep making perception checks, but I want to see who notices it. No, I'm not gonna say anything. Who all is up here right now? It's Cantharion and Grisham.
I'd be kind of slithering behind because the dress I'm wearing is sort of confining.
Oh, do you
So I
actually
wouldn't be able to
slither
run
when
for-
you move?
Yeah, sort of like a wiggle.
She just, everyone's like, does she have to walk like that, or is she just getting into character?
She kind of has to walk.
Yeah,
with
a little bit of both.
Dress. A little bit of both.
So
So I'm
as
back
you,
there with Venator and his dress.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like bringing up the
robes.
rear, like kind of hearing the pinata remark.
His gown.
All this crap you humans keep talking about.
as you walk closer to him, you notice that this boy's outfit looks familiar. And it appears as if he's wearing a costume himself, but he's wearing a Venator costume. He's wearing a cloak that would be very similar to the elves that Venator interacted with in his lifetime. He lowers the stick and he says, "What are you here to do?"
We're here to seek justice. Where is he?
Where's the trigger?
Where's the candy?
The kid said, go ahead and make... Are you trying to intimidate him when you're saying that? Okay, go ahead and make an
Yeah,
intimidation
he's like
check.
holding him up, like shaking.
Where is You like slam the kid into a tree.
And he's like, "Oh, I won't die from this fall." He's like, "Good." Drops him.
Wow,
Like,
you got a
fall from the
24.
tree.
Let me roll against that. Not that. The kid is terrified. He says he's like, please no, please don't break my legs. I don't know what happened to it. I just thought if I found it, then everything would be okay. I was trying to follow the trail and I got scared.
Go home, son. It isn't safe here. And I just put him down and try to continue. Like, is there still a visible trail beyond this, or does it?
Yeah, so he's sort of like inspecting this one area on the ground. He has found something there. I'm not gonna tell you what. But as you place him down, he says, "Yes, I'm sorry," and begins to like back away, to go towards Pumpkin Bend.
Where I stop him. Like, wait. Young human person.
He says, "Yes, madam."
Who are you supposed to be?
He says, "Well, my favorite hero. I am Venator." And he says, as he says that, he like puffs his chest out.
What do you know of this Venator?
He says, "Well, I look up to him because he's like me, an outsider." And he says, "But he's done great things, and I hope I can meet him someday."
Well, I was going to tell you to go take that off and burn it, but you know, you can leave it on for at least tonight.
He says, "Oh, I plan to. I've been wearing it for a week."
We
And
gotta
then,
kill him.
and then turns away and like runs off towards Pumpkin.
As he runs off, does like some like horse jerky come out of like his bag?
There's little plastic pieces of fake horse jerky. It's not real horse jerky because who actually eats horse? Like that's insane.
Hey, it's one of the leanest meats you'll ever find.
The kid runs off and goes back towards town, leaving you guys in this pathway.
Yeah, I'll try to investigate the little area that he was in and see if I find anything.
You notice that this section of the path appears to have been it's at like a clearing in the canopy of the you're not in a fucking rainforest, but you're in like a pretty dense wood. But the clearing above you sort of opens up and appears to have let some water down. So this section is not sort of beaten down dirt, but it is a bit more damp. And you notice that there are tracks here. There are 2 tracks that appear to be associated with tires, and then another. I'm not going to give you this piece of information without a perception check or without an investigation check. Do we have investigation in 5th edition?
Yeah.
All right,
yes.
go ahead and use investigation. You do see the tire tracks. 14, 18, 16. All right.
Wait, everybody
Oh,
rolling
was everybody
investigation?
supposed to roll?
Oh, I didn't. Everybody can roll if they want to.
I imagine if I'm looking around, you guys would start too.
6.
Never mind.
Grisham doesn't notice anything. Shadow notices that. Actually, Shadow, you're the one who notices this. Cantharion, you notice the tracks on the ground that appear to be tire tracks. Shadow, you notice that there appear to be footprints, but they don't appear to be boots. And
Like bare feet?
they're, yes, bare feet, but they're very large. Very large. And there doesn't appear to be one set. In fact, you can count about 3.
So when you say tire tracks, you mean like actual like tires,
I mean, like
like a wagon wheel or
wheels,
whatever?
like wheels.
Okay.
Like, what would you call it? Like, it's a wheel, right? But you wouldn't call them
Yeah.
wheel tracks, would you?
Like, I don't know what the phrasing would be.
Yeah, they're still
Crazy.
tires, right? Like,
Wheel
what's the definition of a
treads,
tire?
I don't know.
Lines in the dirt.
Yeah, there's lines in the dirt that appear to be associated with some sort of wheel-like mechanism.
All right. Well, I'll point those out to everyone. I'll point out the wheel treads, whatever.
There appear to also be footprints. Bare feet.
And when she
The-
says
Sounds very
footprints,
well.
she extends the S, so she says footprints.
Did they
How
did
many
they both
bears are we talking about here?
Wait, did you say bare feet?
Yeah,
You
how many
said-
bears? Like
Not
size.
bears, but feet that are bare.
So like a druid? Are we talking?
No, like
Bare-
no shoes upon their feet.
Nude feet.
Oh, like stocking feet. Pair out my stocking feet.
Well, I cannot tell if they were wearing stockings or not. But you see the toe prints.
Ah,
Upon further inspection of these tracks, you notice that they're like, well, they're fucking big. Like, these are like, like 15 to 18 inches in length. You're shaking your head no.
She said big footprints, but I thought it was funny.
Are we
I thought it was funny.
squatch hunting now? We squatch hunting. They hate this noise.
I have a flute. I have a special flute.
Or did they appear to be going off in the same direction?
Yes, they appear to be going off in that same direction. And they just, you could not have tracked them before, but then they appear and then disappear as you leave this sort of clearing area.
So they're literally just in this clearing.
Yes, it's in this one spot that you can see the tracks, and then the tracks sort of fade as they go off into the drier dirt of the path.
Okay, but there's still like a trail for the candy.
Yes, the candy trail continues forward.
So I'll look at Vincent and just say, "Is there some sort of magic in use?"
Tyr works in mysterious ways.
Wise words. And then I'll head off in the direction of the candy.
You continue down the path in the direction of the candy. As you go, you notice that that it begins to veer off of this path and into the thick of the wood, which is where you lose the tire tracks. You continue down this path because you can still find the bits of the candy here and there, until eventually you hit a much larger area that looks about like this.
I should just leave mine out.
You find a large wooden wagon that appears to be broken. One of the tires has been snapped off of the side and is sitting down on the ground. Let me go ahead and put you guys on this map so you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Venator, Vincent, and Shadow. So you find yourselves in this sort of clearing area with that broken wagon there. The candy trail continues onward, but when you see the wagon, you believe you may have found the mechanism that was used to take some of this away.
Is there still, is it just some scatterings of candy left in the wagon?
There still is some. So at this point, there's more than what was left back when you were at the town. Clearly it was this wagon that they had taken it away with. But without the wagon being available, they must have swooped up and grabbed everything and taken it by hand or in some sort of fashion like that.
I'm going to try to start putting some of the candy into my sack to carry.
Okay, so you go ahead and you pick up the candy. You notice that the more that you pick up, you realize wow, there's a fuckload of candy. It is fucking Candyland out here. And your sack is being loaded up rather quickly. We're talking
Does anyone else have any place to put some of the candy so we can bring them back?
Is there a way to if I look at the axle, is there any way to replace that wheel or repair it so that it's reaffixed to that wagon?
Do you have any sort of kit that would help you, like a repair kit, or?
I have a hammer and a crowbar.
Hey, you got some kind of utility belt with that costume?
Yeah, do I?
I can repair
yes, but
minor
it doesn't come with anything useful. It comes
Does
with
it have
plastic.
a whistle in it? And
Yeah.
I have shark repellent.
like a noisemaker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those sorts of things. It's got one of those things where when you blow in it goes like. Brrr!
Some kind of prankster must have put all that stuff there.
If you had some sort of repair kit or an armorer's kit or something like that, if you can give me a good explanation, I think I should be able to do it because I have this thing, then maybe I'll be able to give it to you. You're gonna have to make a check for it though.
Why do we need to fix this wagon?
I was thinking I have access to a lot of interesting vehicular transportation. I can make this wagon go again, but I need help.
How much candy is there? Just stuff it in here. I'm gonna point to my sleeves. Just shove it in my costume. Stuff me full of candy.
I mean, looking at what's in the wagon.
I like that they're actually turning you into a piñata.
That's the point. Just stuff me.
Looking at
Wait.
the candy, is there any reasonable way we can carry all of this, between us?
It's very hard for you to tell how big the feast is actually going to be. But right now, everything that you see here, you're I could see that you gathering it all. It's gonna be tough though, because there's still a lot there, and the path continues. Now the path is not just covered in candy that is like wrappers, but it's also covered in like candy that has fallen on the ground. We're talking like, remember when you were a kid and you got like the super heavy duty big pillowcase to go trick or treating with? It's like you would be filling up one of those. So it's not a simple task to be able to carry it all. Between the lot of you, you probably could do it.
All right. Well, I'm like pulling out my collar and stuffing candy down the front of my shirt
I love this.
and in my sleeves and stuff. Like I'm just packing it in. I probably look like I'm like 3 times as big as myself because I'm stuffed with straw and now candy.
I'm like feeling around. I'm like, I don't seem to have any pockets. Oh wait, hold on. I start stuffing them like in the brassiere area.
Couple of sticky buns up there.
Yeah,
I
you know,
can't believe I
some
let
suits.
you pick your own costumes and you chose to dress as a woman.
Look good, all right. How about you? I told you I'd make this look good.
Gnomes. We made the capital. They're like tinkery.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. What do we name that town?
Sprocket.
Sprocket. Yeah. So you're a gnome from Sprocket.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I wouldn't like-
Sprocket.
Yeah.
Are you going
Yeah,
to
that's
Are you
the
going to
proper-
attempt to fix the wagon?
Yeah. I'll do that. The will.
What are you using to fix this wagon?
Not a worry, little lady. I'll fix your wagon.
We said we had like a crowbar and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so
have
you're
a hammer and a crowbar in
Hammer
my
will do.
burglar's pack.
It sounds like you're just gonna like try and like manhandle this wheel in there.
Yeah. We're gonna try to force it. I don't know. I don't
Are
know
we
what it
carrying
looks like.
all our gear while we're wearing these costumes? Or do we, like, leave our
Yeah. I'm
clothes
gonna
and
say
stuff
you
somewhere
guys
else?
get all your gear. You get all your gear.
Okay.
It's like the costumes are over the top of your gear. So I imagine underneath, Grisham is still in his leather armor, but then he's also inside a giant scarecrow costume.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll try it with a hammer.
All right, I'm gonna say to repair this. That's gonna be. Let me see here. Let me pull up your character sheet because I need to know what sort of things could we use for repairing something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's what I was thinking. Maybe dexterity. Maybe because I know when they do it on that other show, they like he has a tinkerer's kit, and that gives him like a +5 bonus.
Let's do. I'm gonna say pick from.
Doesn't have to be one roll, does it? Like intelligence to know what to do, and then like
Yeah,
actual,
yeah,
like
yeah.
manual.
Let's say
Manual
intelligence and either athletics or a dexterity roll.
All right, I'll do the intelligence to see if I can manage to.
See if you can figure out like, all right,
Yeah.
how am I gonna
we
size
need.
this up to just like hit it with a hammer and make it work.
Just roll a d20 plus my int.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I mean, as you look at it, you're like, well, this was just cheap craftsmanship. Like it makes sense if we take the rod that's still sticking out, we can probably force this in and make it usable again, so we can have a man-bat wagon,
Yeah.
a man-bat mobile, if you would.
Yeah. All right. What do we need to do to fix this?
So I'm guessing your dexterity is probably better than your athletics.
What if I can instruct someone? I need someone strong to
Yeah,
lift
you
this.
could have somebody else do it if you wanted to have somebody else do it.
Yeah. Let's do that. Whoever's strongest in the group.
Yeah.
Lift this.
I mean, I see you like pointing it out. Maybe if you describe it to me.
There's a wheel on the ground. Put it up there. Someone lift this in. Put this here. We're good.
All right, Fine, I'll give
I feel that my mobility is hindered at the moment. I may not be at my maximum.
Oh, we got another
Dexterity.
follower, Randai18. Thanks so much for following us, man. We appreciate it. Happy Halloween and happy hunting. Welcome to Oberon. Or welcome to Pumpkin Bend for the Halloween special. Who's doing the fixing
So-
of the wagon?
I'll attempt to force the wheel on the axle.
So you pick up this wheel and you sort of like shove it onto the axle and you begin smashing it with this hammer. You can feel it's forcing itself against the wood and sort of chiseling away at the wood as it gets onto there. But it does appear to stick, and now the wagon is sort of upright, and you would be able to use it. As you're doing this, you hear this sort of wispy sound flowing through the trees, sort of like a whistle that's going through the trees. And out from the trees comes this sort of like a light blue hue of a wisp that begins to take shape at the foot of where you are. The wisp appears to look left and right before making the shape of some sort of humanoid creature. Hold on one second. Let me get this to the right layer. The wisp sort of takes shape and comes forth, and it looks at the candy that's on the cart, and then over towards you.
Damn, is that the scale?
Yeah, it's fucking big. Yeah. It's sort of like whispers, and you can hear the whisper in the air. It doesn't sound like English. And as it whispers, a second wisp comes out and joins it. Again from the woods and into this sort of clearing area. What do you do?
I'm very startled, and straw kind of like scatters. It like flies.
A little bit of straw, a little bit of candy,
Yeah.
like falling out.
Yeah.
Like you kind of like poop yourself and just like.
Sorry,
straw.
guys, pooped a little bit of the straw, you know. It's like, oh.
With the candy. Oh god, this is terrible.
Like, oh, look what I. You guys want one of these?
Got a
It's like a
worst case
Tootsie Roll.
scenario.
The
Ooh,
wisp
those chocolate rolls?
The wisp
Yeah,
comes
it's
up to
chocolate
you
roll, bro. You
even
want one?
closer.
Fell out of
Um,
my pant leg.
I love those. Humans are good for something.
I'll say, spirits, take your share of the feast and leave us be.
Go ahead and do a performance check for me, please.
Wait, I'm stuffed with candy. They might come after me. Don't tell them to take their feast.
I mean,
And
You
they're
got plenty of
whispering
stuffing.
wisps.
A 12. Okay.
Not a very charismatic guy. Bad man.
The wisp.
He's a blunt instrument.
The wisp sort of comes up closer to you. I'm gonna move these so it can actually get right up in your face. As it comes up, you can see that it has the face of a human, but it has been sort of like worn away by time. It gets closer to you and looks at you with squinted eyes, as if it's trying to figure out if you are truly like a normal person out on the All Spirits Festival. It looks to you and is confused, so it looks to the right at Vincent. Vincent, go ahead and make a performance check for me, please. You're basically doing a performance to not be yourself, to not be seen as somebody who is outside. It's also confused when it looks at you, not being 100% convinced. The second spirit comes up towards Shadow and gets up in Shadow's face. Shadow, go ahead and do a performance check for me as well.
I was being super spoopy.
Very spoopy. Spoopy.
Would you like some candy? I
The
say as I wiggle up.
pull up. This is a thing.
The spirit looks at you and looks down at the bag. And it appears to be convinced, and it reaches its hand forward, and as its hand goes inside the bag, it pulls back. And it appears to be holding nothing, but it begins to like consume the candy. I mean, it's not actually eating the candy, but it's eating what it thinks is the candy, which is just air. The first spirit, the one that's over in this direction, looks at the second one, sort of like, you know, with its wispy voice, and then it turns to Grisham, and begins reaching its hand forward towards Grisham. What do you do?
No, it's my candy. my candy. It's your own.
Do you say that?
Candy.
Hand wisp.
It takes its hand back sort of quickly, and then comes ever closer to you, and slowly reaches its hand forward again.
I'll grab some candy and like try to put it between his reaching hand and Grisham.
Let him get the Tootsie Roll.
It's reaching into
Just like
me,
a fistful
guys.
of candy and just try to like block between the two of them essentially.
It as you reach forward and interrupt it, it grabs the candy out of your hand. When it touches your hand, you feel a chill, like a chill, like you stuck your hand in ice cold water. It takes like the candy, like the invisible candy, away, and begins consuming it. The spirits turn towards the town and look in that direction, and begin to sort of like wisp. Ooh, sorry. I need to have a drink.
Very appropriate for the shirt.
Yeah, I know, right? Forget the candy, give me beer. The spirits sort of like disappear into the woods towards the town. As you look up towards the moon, you realize it's getting closer and closer to midnight, and your time is slowly running out. But
We're late.
the trail of these candies continues onward down the path.
Did we get the wheel on?
Huh?
Oh yeah, so we got the wheel on, and then I wanted to summon my warhorse to carry, to strap him to the wagon and have him try to see if he can move it.
Okay. You summon your warhorse, and as it appears, it's sort of like that it's completely dark out, but just shining light comes down from nowhere. And the warhorse just sort of appears. The warhorse like rears back and does like, its little horse thing, and then as it comes down, it looks towards you and looks confused, and then looks at Vincent and looks even more confused. And it's having difficulty deciding who the real Cantharion is.
I send my telepathic thoughts to it, and I'm like, it's the dude in the mask, and I wave.
and the horse hears, "It's the dude in the mask." and the horse goes like, and the horse is like confused, but then's like, oh, okay, I get it, and then walks towards the wagon, and you could like sort of strap it on.
Yeah, and then I'll see if he can travel along with us, and so we can kind of like, as we pass across the candy, we can kind of be dumping it in the wagon.
Sure. You're able to do that. This is something that I did not expect you guys to do, so well done for figuring that out. You are able to take the wagon away and continue down the path with the candy.
Who has the ring?
Cantharion has the ring.
I have it.
Why? What do you want to do?
The horse is pulling the wagon, correct? Just fine.
Yes. Why? Were you going to summon the giant Ifrit demon and have that thing?
No. I mean, like, worst case scenario, right? Man, have Ifrit pull the carriage.
And set it on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, the horse is able to take the wagon perfectly fine. Do you continue onward?
Yeah, keep following the trail.
All right. As you follow the
I like-
trail onward,
Hop on the wagon, kind of riding it like side saddle.
as you so you're just sort of hopping on top of it, and like you're sitting on the side. The horse is like sort of trudging along slowly, and as you're going down the walkway, you're sort of like putting the candy back onto the wagon each time. You continue to follow the path, and you notice that there is yet another clearing, but this time there appears to be a tavern. The tavern looks old, run down from the outside, with shattered windows, and no horses among the outside. But you do hear voices coming from inside the tavern. What do you do?
Are there any windows in there? Or is it
The
all
windows
clear?
are busted out, but you can see that there's light coming from inside those windows.
Is there a trail of rappers heading in that direction?
There is a trail of rappers heading past it, not into it.
Okay, I'll glance in the window and see if I see anything weird.
Okay. When you glance in the window, you notice that there's sort of like this raucous laughter. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please. Let's see if you can be stealthy enough to do this. Let's see if
Does
Man
he
Bat.
get,
I am the knight.
Does he get improved stealth because of his outfit?
Because he's the knight.
I'll give
apparently.
you +1.
He gets
Okay,
advantage.
that'll
Advantage with
offset my -1 that I have.
13.
So
You-
14, yeah.
You look into the window, and as you look inside the window, you notice that there are 3 skeletons sitting at a table. They appear to be laughing and drinking rather heavily. And as you notice them, they appear to be like sharing stories with one another. And you sort of try and creep away, but you make a noise, and they go, "Oi! Did you hear that? You reckon we should go look?" "I don't know." And he like just sort of gets out of his chair and like stumbles a little bit, and like one of his legs like falls apart, and he like shatters onto the ground. And then he sort of like has to like pick himself back up again.
Like in Mario.
Yeah, exactly like in Mario, where like all the bones just fall apart and they pick themselves back up. And he says, "Oh no, why bother?" And then goes back and sits back down at the table.
Alright, well,
But yeah,
we
that's
know
what
we're
you've
kinda-
noticed there.
We know we're kind of short on time, right?
Huh?
Like, how long has it taken us to get to this point from like the village?
I would say it's probably about 10 o'clock right now.
And when we left, was it like 9?
Probably like 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just kind of motion to go like around the tavern, and I'll start like heading off in that direction, kind of around it.
Oh, you're gonna skip the tavern. Okay.
I don't want to run out of time.
You're not gonna run out of time.
Okay,
That's
if we're
not how
not
this
gonna-
We're good on
if I
time.
know we're
D&D.
not
It's not
gonna
how
run
this
out of time-
works.
If I know we're not gonna run out of time,
I mean, I don't know, Rob. With you, it might.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh
But
man,
if-
well, you hadn't stopped to fix the wagon and
If
put
my
on
insight
costumes and hang out with
believes that people
Skeletor.
not-
You probably could have finished this campaign on time, but instead, everybody dies.
So you want to pass it?
If using my man-bat senses reveals that my keen sense of time reveals that we're good, I want to investigate.
Okay. So, how are you going to investigate? Let me go ahead and take you over to where you are. And you will notice that the tavern looks a little familiar. You may have been here before. Because Rob's lazy and doesn't want to build a new fucking tavern every time we play a game.
No, it looks completely different.
That's
That's
not
a
the
big-ass
tavern.
Yeah, totally different.
That's
That's also
Whoa, that's a good. Oh wow,
That
that's a
does look
shitty
familiar.
tavern.
it's literally.
Literally a shitty tavern. Yeah. I think I'm gonna glance down at my what would Cantharion do bracelet that came with the costume.
Wait, what's that? What
It says, "What would Tyr do?" All right.
Let me put you guys on here. And who am I missing on here? Cantharion. Alright. So you find yourselves outside of this tavern. You can still hear the voices coming from the inside, sort of like raucous laughter. And as far as you can tell, there's nothing inside this tavern outside of these 3 skeletons.
If I try the door, does it just open?
Yeah. If you tried the door, it would just open.
Yeah, I'll just go in.
All right. You walk inside the tavern, and as the doors open, everything in here appears to be musty, but it smells of pumpkin spice. It's kind of nice. And the skeletons sort of turn to you, and as they turn to you, they they chatter, like as they they click 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 as they turn to look at you. And he says, "Oi, it's a bit late for a man bat to be out here, isn't it?"
Do you know who took the candy?
He says, "Candy's not real good for us, mate, is it?" And he turns to his other friend, and his friend's laughing, and you notice that the skeleton has no teeth, so it couldn't eat any candy. He says, the first skeleton looks at you and says, "But I reckon I might be able to help ya. We might have seen something walk by. We've been here for a while, haven't we?" He turns to his other friend, and his friend goes, "Oh, aye. We've seen a couple of folk walking past. It all depends, though. How do we know you're not about to start some trouble?"
And then so I just step forward, and I press the little button on the utility belt that makes it glow with the fire, and I just go, "Where is it? Where's the candy?"
He says, the first skeleton laughs and he says, "I like your style, man bat. What's your name?"
The darkness doesn't have a name. Now,
He
where
says- he
is
says-
it?
He's like, "All right, darkness, I get it. Here's the thing. I'm not afraid of ya. Me, Larry, Scary, we've already dead. So there's nothing that you could do that would make me afeared at all."
Okay, so I will cast. Wait, where is it? No, really, where is it? Turn the unholy. So any fiend or undead that can see or hear within 30 feet makes a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail it, they're turned for the minute. So they actually become afraid of me.
They actually become afraid of you? Okay.
It's fear, essentially, but for undead.
And it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, and the DC is 14.
Oop, rolled off the table. I passed. An 18. Sorry, bud.
That'd been cool though.
what?
As he said it, that would have been so cool.
He sort of sticks his finger out and he pokes it at you. He goes, "It's a nice little getup you got there. You look like a big man. Doesn't he, Scary?" And Scary looks back and he goes, "Oh yeah, he looks real big. I reckon this probably isn't your first time around here, is it?"
I'll ask you one last time. Where's the candy? And I'll get out my sword and make it start glowing.
He said, the first one looks back at you and he says, "Oh, look at that! He's got a glowing sword, mate. It's real spooky. Oh, thanks so much for the light."
And now I'll take a swing at him.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack on this guy.
Oh, I crit.
God damn. Okay, so you take out this holy sword. He's sort of taunting you as you do it. You swing this sword and just blast him. I mean, fucking home run derby, blast this dude, and like most of the bones go flying all the way across the room, and he's no longer anywhere in sight. And the other two guys are like, well, what'd you do that for?
I'll give you the same chance I gave him. Where's the candy?
He says, we told you, mate. We didn't take it. We got no teeth. The candy's no good for us. But I'll tell you what. Do you like games? I'll wait
I
for your
don't play
pause.
games, especially when people's lives are at stake.
He says, I'm sorry, Scary says, trust me, mate, lives are overrated. Yeah, he's right. You know, when I was living, all I was doing was being afraid of dying. And now that I'm dead, all we have to do is just hang out here.
What games do you play?
He says, I'll tell you what. If you or any of your mates can outdrink Scary here, we'll let you know who we saw taking it.
Vincent,
I'm just
don't
gonna,
you
yeah.
have the taste for alcohol a bit?
I'm gonna bust through the back of the crowd. Ready to go. Just push him out of the way.
He as you're
front.
doing that, the skeleton that you just literally blasted all the way across the room like resets himself back up. He's like, what the hell did you do that for?
I gave you chances. Now where's the candy?
The secret weapon.
He as Vincent walks into this tavern, you notice that sitting in front of them is like a large sort of like large tankard of alcohol, heavy hard alcohol, and they've probably been dosing it for a while. Scary looks at you and he goes, "You're joking, right? Like, this little guy is gonna come in here and try and outdrink me." And Larry looks back at you and he says, "Yeah, Man Bat, I don't know if you picked the right guy."
I just look at Vincent and I go, are you sure you can do this?
Oh man, I wanted to say the tier line again, but I got
There are
this.
other lines I use. Use those.
We're good.
Though.
Is anyone else gonna try?
Anyone can try. This is an open competition.
I mean, can we
Vincent,
solve
I
the
do
thing?
believe you are our best drinker.
You haven't seen me drink yet.
That is true. I haven't.
I've been known to partake in some substances in my time.
He laughs and he says, "Oh, so now you're telling me that the Scarecrow drinks too?" They're sort of like having a chuckle at the lot of you. The first skeleton, who's now over at the bar, looks at you and he says, "Hey, why don't you tell me? What's with the weird get-ups in the first place? I see right through it."
Apparently, this is how we can protect the town.
Looks at you confused and says, Things have changed a lot since I was here, I reckon. Protecting the town by getting all dressed up."
Do you mean since you were living?
He goes, "Oh, aye. It's been a long time.
How long has it been?
Oh, it must have been..." He turns to his other friends, he goes, "Scary, Larry, how long we been dead?" And Larry goes, "Oh, I reckon it's gotta be 450 years.
And have you been drunk the entire time?
Mo looks at you and goes, alright, not Mo. I'm sorry. Mo is the other name. It's Scary Larry and Mo. I'm sorry, Larry looks at you and he says, well, we was drunk the entire time that we was alive. I don't see any reason to change it now.
Fair enough.
That
So
seems
what-
like a logical conclusion.
So what's it gonna be, Man Bat? Which one of your friends is gonna sit down here and have a little go?
I look at Kevin. I look at Grisham. Grisham. And I say, if you're sure, I'll put you
There's
on.
no certainties in life, but we
I think
only
the
live
little
once.
You think you can outdrink Vincent?
I have no idea.
Well, let's go
How
ahead and
about-
find
What,
out.
do we only get one chance at this? He
How
said
about
anybody.
our
We have
2
one-
versus your 2?
One champion? Yeah, 2v2. There we go.
There's one champion. There's going to be one champion.
Okay.
We can flip a coin for it.
Alright. We'll do it.
You both can do it. You can compete. When you say 2v2, he goes, oh, 2v2. You reckon one of these mates can do it as well? And he turns and looks at his friends, and Larry says, oh, I think I can do it. Definitely. I mean, we've only been drinking for, what, like, 8, 9 years now?
Here, let's do this.
You sit down at the table and you find that there are these shot glasses like that are presented in front of you. They reach out and they fill each of the shot glasses up with the liquor. This is sort of like a mini game. Each of you has 10 hit points. You are going to essentially make attacks against the opponent using a D4. So you're gonna pick who you want to give your D4 to, and you're gonna roll the D4, and the last person alive with hit points is the winner. So we'll go around and we'll take turns, taking shots of alcohol. And this is a fun part if at home. Does Twitch condone drinking? Like, can I talk about drinking on Twitch?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a fun
People are
part for you at
drinking all the
home.
time
If
on
you want
Twitch.
to take a couple of shots as well, I'm gonna sit here and casually drink my beer and try and get Vincent drunk and Grisham drunk.
Let's do this. Who's first? Draw straws.
I'm gonna say that Vincent, you get to go first.
Alright, D4.
1d4. You can do it to whoever you want.
First one's always the easiest. Oh,
So
I pick someone first, right?
Yeah, so you get to do
Yeah.
you get to do 2 drunk damage to either Larry or Scary.
Scary.
Scary. So Scary has 2 drunk damage. Let me go ahead and get this.
It's the worst spice.
Scary Spice. Oh, I should have named them all after Spice Girls. It's a great idea.
No, I like the Three Stooges. It's better.
Okay, that's what I was going for. I'm glad you got it.
You know your boy.
All right, so Scary has 2 drunk damage. Now we're gonna go over to Scary. Scary is going to go ahead and give this to Grisham. Grisham, you take 4 drunk damage. So you take this shot, and immediately you're like, "What the fuck is it? It's rough." So
Can't hang with the big dogs.
Grisham gets hit hard with that liquor. And as it hits you, you're like, "Wow, it's strong, but it's good." Like you feel warm. Like it's a cold night out, but you feel unfazed after you took.
I'm gonna
that
play it
shot.
casual. I'm gonna reach in my sleeve or something, grab a piece of candy, unwrap it, eat it. It's like kind of
Like
like
falls on the
digging
floor a
through my
couple times.
digging through my shirt, you know, for like I'm like, no, not that one. Maybe move some hay. Like, yeah, this one looks good.
Let's go with next up is going to be Larry. Larry is going to do it against Vincent. Vincent, you take 2 points of drunk damage. So I'm keeping up with this right here. Grisham, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, bring the pain. Oh, what the crap. Oops. Fail.
Too drunk to roll.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
4.
Hey, there
I-
we go.
Were you doing it to Scary or Larry?
Same one that whichever one Vincent did it to.
Okay, so that would be Scary. That's the one with a deep voice. The guy that sounds a little bit like this. I realized that I change the voice every once in a while, cause like I only have so many voices up inside my noggin, but so I realized his voice might change every once in a while. But right now, that's his voice. He takes another shot, and the liquor like rolls down his throat and like clashes on his rib cage. And you're a bit confused as he does it, because you're like, how does a skeleton get drunk? But
Game is
nonetheless, it appears to affect him a lot and hits him really hard. He is now at 6 drunk points. Vincent, you are up.
All right, staring Scary right in the eyes. He's probably wobbling at this point.
He is wobbling a little bit. 3.
close.
He is at 9. So Scary at this point is he's wobbling over. Mo behind the counter looks at you. He's like, "Oi, Scary, you feeling all right over there, mate?" And Scary's like, "I'm gonna be fine. I will stop when I want to stop. You don't decide when I get to stop." And Mo's like, or I'm sorry, Larry looks at him. I should not have named him after the Three Stooges.
Yes.
Larry looks over at Mo and he goes, "I don't think he's gonna be all right." Next up is Scary. Scary is going to go ahead and send it back to Vincent. Vincent, you take 2, so Vincent's at 4. So after taking 2 shots, Vincent still feels pretty strong. Like you're feeling like, you know, you can hang.
Can I order a beer or something when I'm sitting there?
Do you want to? If you order a beer, I'll give you an extra hit point die, but if you want to do it to
Alright,
feel like a
let's do it.
badass, I'll give it to you. Huh?
All right, I'm gonna order a beer.
Alright, so you order a beer, so you take an additional drunk point. But as you do it, they're feeling a little intimidated. They're like, "Look, what are you trying to say? You know, you
Balls
trying
on
to say
this
that
one."
we're not hard enough competition for you? Huh? Short man? Huh? You look like a fool in that outfit. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing anything like that, and I'm dead."
And I'll slam my fist on the table and I'll say, "Stick to the game. Don't try to be a joker."
Next up is Larry. Larry is going to do 1 to Grisham. So this time, after taking the first shot, Grisham's like, maybe it's not that bad. And you're sort of like getting used to it. You are at 5 drunk points. 5 drunk points for Grisham, 9 drunk points for Scary, no drunk points for Larry, and 5 drunk points for Vincent. Grisham, you're up next. One. And who are you going to give that 1 to?
I'll just
Put him under.
Scary. Let's take him out.
All
Let's
right.
Take him out.
So you Scary like picks up his shot and he brings it to his lips, and then he sort of like wobbles his head, like, you know, sort of wobbles off his like neck and then wobbles back onto his neck, and he falls out of his chair and he falls onto the ground into his bones, and he's trying to pick himself up and put himself back together, but he keeps falling over, and Larry looks at him and he goes, "I knew it! I knew I could beat you the whole time." Larry's up next. Larry is going to go ahead and do Grisham for 1. Grisham, it's like you are unfazed by this stuff at this point. You are at 6.
I hit my stride. And I'm
Yeah.
toasted.
You're like, you hit that point. You know how you like go to parties and like you hit that point where you get just drunk enough that like when you're drinking, you're like, I don't feel like it's doing anything. You've hit that point. And then you know that like at some point it's just gonna sneak up on you and like you're gonna be done. Grisham.
I have possibly felt that a time or two in my life.
Grisham, you are up next.
All right.
Wait, did I skip Vincent?
Yeah, you did. I think.
Okay, Vincent, we'll have you go right after this. So
Yep.
Larry takes 3, putting him at 3. Taking the shot, and he's sort of like eyeballing you, trying to see which one of you which one of you is phased at all. And he sees that Grisham's getting a little bit more drunk, and he says, "I got my eye on you, mate. At least I would, if I had any eyes." Vincent, you're up next.
Before Vincent goes, damn. Okay,
Quick.
before you decide,
Withdrawal.
I kind of put my hands on his shoulders. Magic Man. I brush his hair back behind his ear, and I'm like, give it to Grisham.
I'm looking at Grisham with this roll. Looking right at him. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 to Grisham.
What? What?
We're actually gonna lose.
What?
Grisham, you take the shot and you put it up to your mouth and you throw it back, and you are feeling rough now, my friend. Like that was the point where you're like, I got this. This is nothing. Whoa. And now you're sort of like wobbling in your chair a little bit.
If I vomit, guess where it's going?
Inside my costume, because there's a bunch of straw in here.
It's going for the Cantherion.
Let's go with let's say Grisham, you're next. Does he
Oh,
retort?
this could end badly.
I am going to drink my own shot.
Oh, you do it to yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm hammered and I'm just like, this is fun. Let's go.
All right, here's what I want to do.
Boom!
So he pours it, right? Like the shot's in front of him, and
And
I
I
want
just
to
hit the floor.
before he drinks it, I want to try to do a hey look over there to everyone in the room. Can I try to do that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
What is that explosion? and then switch it out with some water.
What would that be like? Would that be like?
You would need to do a sleight of hand to switch the water, and you would need to do well, you're really only trying to distract Grisham.
Yeah, from drinking it himself.
Yeah, so you need to do
I have it like in my hand. How are you going to swap it? Like, well, it's
be like-
in my fist.
It's going to be a very. I'm gonna say he has to get very high on that persuade. You have to basically crit sleight of hand to like swap it out.
Then forget.
Wouldn't it be like deception first and then sleight of
It would be
hand?
deception and then sleight of hand. Yeah. If you want to try it, you're gonna have to crit 2 times in a row to
Yeah,
make
we
it happen.
won't- I don't know. Let's let it roll.
Grisham's like Grisham leans back, he takes it to the dome, and his chair falls backwards, and he falls on the ground, and he finds
The
himself
candy scatters.
as he falls down there. A bunch of candy like scatters out, and a bunch of a bunch of straw falls out. But you notice that when you fall on the straw, like it feels kind of comfortable, like it's like you wearing your own little bed. But you're not on the ground, just floored.
You can
And
just
it
go to
is-
sleep there if you want.
It is
Oh, I'm-
Larry versus Vincent, and Larry looks you in the eyes and he says, "Well then, I guess it's just you and me, tiny man." And you notice that like he's saying it in a demeaning way, but you also notice that Larry's kind of short too. Like he probably was like like a short or elf, so he's like taking a little bit of pride in the fact that he's not the shortest person in the room right now. He hits you for 1. So you are down to 6. So it is 6-3 between Vincent and Larry.
Alright. Here we go. This is the catch up.
We forgot to turn off friendly fire. That's the problem.
Yeah.
4.
The
Wow.
clutch.
7-6. Larry takes the shot. He looks you directly in the eyes and he says, "This is gonna be it. I can feel it. I see it in ya." 2. You are at 8. 8
Is it
to
7?
7, and you've now taken 4 shots of alcohol. Of
And plus
hard
the beer?
alcohol. Like Bacardi 151. Like this shit.
Plus the beer.
Plus the beer. Oh, that's right. You had a beer too.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
impressive.
I'm going hard.
All right.
Yes. Down for the count.
It's my
Oh
boy.
man.
Like,
So
pat him
you
on the
deal
back,
4
like,
more
"Oh, boy."
drunk damage to him. Larry looks you straight in the eye and he says, I got you this time. And he takes it down, and as he like swallows it, his head just sort of like rolls forward and then like lands on the table and like rolls over towards you. And you notice that like when it rolls over towards you, you sort of like poke it a little bit, and you notice that the head starts snoring.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, beer works in mysterious ways.
Like, yeah! All hail Cantharion. Cantharion, drinker of under tables.
So the two skeletons are now.
A single tear rolls under the mask. As I'm just nodding.
I kind of like hoist him up onto my shoulders.
The two skeletons fall to pieces, and the third one looks at you and he goes, "All right, a deal's a deal. I reckon I can give you some advice. We didn't take the candy, but we know who might have done it. These 3 guys have taken over this house, right up on that hill. They're bigger gentlemen. Mountain trolls, if you've ever seen them before. Probably about 2 times the size of your friend over there." And he gestures over towards Manbat. He says, "The place is gated, but I reckon if you get in, they're probably inside there, and they probably got everything you're looking for. But just so you know, they're pretty big gentlemen. They're probably not gonna let you have it without a fight."
So how do we sober the 2 of you up rather quickly?
He
So
Great. That's great.
Mo looks at you and he goes, "And why the hell would you want to do that?"
Well, I don't think they'd be very fit to defeat trolls in this state.
Anyone got a shovel for Grisham?
You do have a wagon.
Yeah, I guess we'll throw him in the wagon.
Fucking Grisham is getting thrown in the paddy wagon.
It's kind of like
And the
I'll go
drunk
remote.
tank.
It's the candy wagon.
I look over at Mo and I'm like, Mo, you got any wake up juice?
He says, "What the hell's wake up juice?"
Never mind.
Yeah. He says, "What was that? Like something to make you not drunk anymore? Why would you want that at all?"
I mean, he doesn't have to not be drunk. He just has to not be passed out.
He says,
How can you drink more if you're passed out?
she says, "Well, I'm dead. I drank plenty."
Give him like an EpiPen or something, whatever those things are called.
A funnel. we got like a
Fucking stab him with like fucking
Shot
steroids.
of adrenaline to the heart.
Right
Somebody
to
just
the
like
heart.
plugs his nose, opens up his mouth, we just pour something down there.
Dunk my head in the horse trough. There's a horse trough out front.
How's everyone feeling right now? What time is it right now? 10:12. So, there's a little bit left in this adventure. There's a little bit left in All Spirits. Everyone want to take a quick break, quick bathroom break, grab your beers, do whatever you want to, and then come back here in like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna chug a victory energy drink.
Cool. That was fun. I'm really glad you didn't pass the tavern. Cause
Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
I was really good. I was really looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and do a very quick 2-minute break, and then we'll come right back, and pick right back up where we are, and finish the one off. Everyone cool with that?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do that then.
I'm just gonna sleep through the rest anyway, so.
Chris, I'm surprised. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, headphones are off. Oh, well.
Yeah.
He's gonna put the rest of the costume on.
Yeah, I'll BRB
Yeah.
as well.
I feel like I'm sitting here all alone. And Joe has returned.
Wheat thin?
Thanks. Anyway, but no.
Oh. You sure? Zesty salsa.
That does sound tasty.
Zesty salsa. Yeah. Chicken.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. You should have worn a dress for the stream.
I didn't realize that our characters would actually be dressing up. Had I known that, I would have looked around. I was prepared to dress up as my character, not as my character dressed as something else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was going for sort of Egyptian tribal.
So what book were you and somebody referring to?
Oh, we were referring to Dragonlance series. He was talking about Tasselhoff Burrfoot. That's what he named his handle after. Tasselhoff, only spelled differently. I'm
So
sure
it's not
the
a joke-
correct
it's not
spelling
a
is
joke on-
probably taken.
So it's definitely not a joke on David Hasselhoff then. Like I thought it was.
No. He had said he was surprised that someone had gotten the reference, and I bet a lot of people think it's the Hoff.
I definitely
did.
got the reference.
Mhm.
I was a big
I thought
fan
it
of
was
Dragonlance back when I was in high school.
And
Yeah,
comparing
it was one of the
food,
first fantasy series I read.
Have y'all seen Kung Fury?
Yes.
Yes.
That
My
was
favorite
pretty
part of
awesome.
the movie is when he goes back to the present and he's in his car and he's like, Hoff, open the doors. And he's like, but he's like, no, I won't open up the doors. And he's like, Hoff, open up the doors. And he's like, you don't hassle the Hoff. And he's like, God damn it, Hasselhoff. He's like, Hasselhoff, you son of a bitch. Kevin, you want a zesty salsa wheat thin?
I would, but I must decline.
No.
He doesn't actually like wheat thins.
I'll eat them in a pinch, but they're not my favorite.
I used to like them. They're kind of getting old. Oh, I don't know something about Nabisco.
I like wheat thins and Triscuits.
Wheat thins.
Yeah, Triscuit's the one I really don't like very much. Wheat Thin is much more tolerable.
Cheez-Its, though.
Cheez-Its is where it's at.
Man-Bat has returned.
Yeah, what food do you make
Man
it?
Bat looks a little bit like a youngish Ben Affleck there. He could pull off the old Man Bat.
Right?
You just need a little bit more of a butt chin, and then you'd have it. See that cleft.
You gotta do this number. You gotta push the chin
Yeah,
together.
pinch it.
Chris, what you put in the microwave there?
A little bit of tea.
Nice.
It's not
Yo.
gonna be ready for a few more minutes, so
I'm surprised you didn't grab one of them by the skull and slam it onto the table.
that would have been a good move.
That's what I would have done. I feel like
I felt
that's what Man Bat would have done.
It's true.
I'm waiting for the man batarang.
So I just went with the utility belt. Felt that was good. I felt good about that.
The whole Man Bat thing is great.
It's the only reason I rolled a critical. Like that's, I don't think I've
That
ever rolled
and mini camp.
a critical roll.
I hope that Rob has a Sharknado in this session so you can bust out the shark repellent.
Before it's over, I'll just be carrying a giant bomb. In fact, yeah, while Rob's gone, I just find a giant bomb and I'm just carrying it now.
Rob. Oh, wait. No,
Bye.
he's leaving.
Yeah, you get up.
Yeah, that's what he did. He was putting his computer closer to the refrigerator so he could be closer to the
Yeah,
beer.
dude, you just need one of those toilet chairs. You're good to
I don't
go.
play with my headphones on so I can hear you this whole time.
That's
I know. I want you to hear me.
That's
You little ass
good.
bitch.
Mini fridges, pussies. Real men have a fridge next to their desk.
Fridge behind the green screen.
My mom said I should get a mini fridge, and I said, fuck that. Big fridge.
Fuck that. I'll just move my computer closer to the big fridge.
Move closer to the big fridge. All right, guys.
Doesn't your
So
chair have wheels? You could just scoot back there and reach in.
yeah, I could just.
Rob, Chris, you guys want some zesty salsa wheat thins?
Ooh, yeah, throw me some.
Seems nice. Do we still have anybody watching this?
I don't know. Fuck it.
There was, but nobody's replied to us in a while.
Oh,
so-
okay. My phone's dead, so I'm not in chat anymore, which is unfortunate.
There's a couple folk.
All
Yeah,
right.
Hi, couple folk.
So, welcome back, couple folk. Actually, we gotta wait
Landon's
for
not back yet.
Vincent.
He's purging.
Yeah, my team might be ready by then. Guess I'll go grab that.
While
Man, I'll break my immersion.
we'll put the
I'm
Ghostbusters
sorry.
song back on.
I'm sorry. I have to grab refreshment.
Rob, it was suggested that you dressed up as Cantharian's celestial steed.
Oh, okay.
How would it be to DM from that thing?
Very difficult. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Everything just echoes inside here.
I imagine it just get very sweaty.
It's very hot. Very much so. And my dog
What
was
do you-
freaked out whenever I looked at her.
What are you dressing up as for your Halloween bar crawl?
I don't know.
I haven't decided yet. I was thinking about going as either a pirate or a gunslinger or something like that. I don't know. All right. I wish I need to turn. How do I turn power save mode off? What the fuck are y'all doing? We are doing. This is our Halloween special. So this is just us goofing off with a one-off. We normally do a weekly game of Dungeons and Dragons, but this game is just completely 100% for Halloween because it's my favorite holiday, and my birthday's coming up in like 4 days, so I'm super excited about Halloween. I love October, so we're doing a special Halloween that I've made up just for our D&D universe. So if we go back into the story, Mo looks over to you, and he walks over to the rest of the skeletons, and as he starts to pick them together, and he says, "I reckon if y'all can drink with the rest of these, then you probably can take them. And do me a favor, whenever you see them, give Michael, Jason, and Freddy my regards."
Ah, touche.
I was not.
I don't get it. Am I supposed to get those references? I don't
What? No.
get it. I refuse to get it.
Spooky legends.
You
Oh wait, I'm still passed out. so
Yeah,
never
you're
mind.
still passed out.
I
You don't
must
have to
shut-
get- you
I
don't
must
get
shut
to-
my
You
face.
actually don't get those references because you cannot hear them.
Right.
So you sort of gather up your friends and continue onward. If you follow the trail of candy, you think that you probably would find them. You now know exactly who it is that took the candy, and you know exactly what it is that those things are. So you get that. If you chose to pass the tavern, you weren't going to know what they were before you walk in. But your journey for Michael, Freddy, and Jason continues.
Some odd names.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's very Anglo-Saxon.
For
Let's
a
go.
couple of trolls.
It's very human for trolls.
As you so you guys
Slither
sort of
on.
going onward. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do here?
I think we're done
I'd like
here.
to wake up eventually.
Go
I'll
ahead
just
and make
throw you at the trolls.
go ahead and
Slap
roll a d20 for me. A d20, like just a normal DC 10 saving throw. You are not awake.
Oh, so close. But
You
it's
are-
far.
But go ahead and give yourself a short rest. Everybody else isn't on a short rest, but you get a short rest because you're passed out, drunk.
Yay.
So you load Grisham's unconscious, drunk body onto the paddy wagon and take it, continue down the path with the candy. As you continue down that path, you see that eventually the wood begins to end and open up to show not that.
This all looks very familiar.
Yeah. Sometimes for fun I just drop it on things that I've made, so that way you can see like, oh, what's that? I wonder where that's gonna come in. Just to give you guys little glimpses. The sad part is the people who are viewing it don't get to see all this stuff. They don't get to see the ones that you guys get dropped on. They just get to see me like scrolling through all of these maps that I've created. You end up here. We're gonna wait for this to load and line this up for the stream here. So you find yourselves at the road continues, the path inside this wood, until you find this large, creepy house on top of a hill. A house on a hill, if you would. There is a large gate out front, and upon that gate sits an owl. And the owl looks at you and says, "Ooh. Ooh."
We seek entrance.
The owl looks back at you and says, "Ooh."
Cantharian, it's a bird.
Yes.
Perhaps we should just pass it.
Where is it? Where's the candy?
Don't threaten the bird, please.
I'll move past the bird to check the gate, see if I can move it at all.
As you touch the gate, you can feel that your hand is sort of forced back whenever you reach out to touch this gate. And the owl looks like its head sort of turns, the way that an owl's head turns, and it's sort of like who's at you again.
I got this.
I'll get in real close to the owl and kind of look at my party, and then I'll look back at the owl and go, I'm Cantharion, Might of Tyr,
Aren't
Savior
owls actually predators
of
of
Ferndale. We seek Michael, Jason, and Freddy. And then I straighten myself and I'm like, no, where's the candy?
The owl looks at you, and as you're walking towards that gate, Vincent, you can feel the magical energy that's coming off of this gate. You can feel that there's some sort of spell that has this gate locked. The owl looks at you, and you begin to hear this voice inside your head. The owl's not saying anything, but you can hear this voice coming out. And it says, if any wish to enter, the correct word must be spoken.
Must be who?
The owl turns to you, and if it could give you a look of disappointment, if the owl could facepalm itself, it would facepalm itself.
And I'm gonna cast tongues on the owl.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is how does tongues is the one that you try to use on the things in the sewer, right?
It can speak.
Yeah, so
common.
we can talk to him.
Yeah.
The owl looks at you and he said, and now the owl is able to speak, and he says, well done, sorcerer. I'm impressed. But still, you will not be able to pass the gate unless the correct word is spoken. It's my duty to protect this woman's house.
Who lives here?
It's more who lived here. Who who. He looks to you, and he says, "The mighty witch Beatrice once took this as her own home. The spell remains. However, I can give you a hint, although the word I cannot speak.
Beatrice, Beatrice, Beatrice.
I should let you in just because I didn't think of that, but that's amazing. But no, I want you to answer my riddle, so I'm not gonna let you in. But goddamn, was that good? Give yourself 200 experience, because that was fucking awesome. So the owl turns to you and he looks confused. He says, "Yes, her name is Beatrice." He says, "I can give you a hint, but again, the word I cannot speak."
What is it?
The owl sort of like clears his little owl throat. He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care.
Is it air?
The owl, as you say that, there's nothing appears to make any change. You can talk amongst yourselves. I didn't make it very hard.
Say it one more time. Sorry.
Yeah.
He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care.
Are you a gift?
I'm gonna say that you guys have to you have to give it a shot to try and figure it out first, and then maybe I'll give you some more hints moving forward. But it is a riddle.
Wait, aren't we looking for 3 trolls or something?
Yeah, they're inside the house.
Oh.
Clearly the trolls already know the solution to the riddle. They probably live here
I thought this
now.
is like something like else, like on the way to the trolls.
No. The candy trail is leading up to this house.
Oh, okay.
Don't Google it.
Hands where I can see you. Hand check.
It's where I can
I'm
see
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna cast Fireball at the owl.
No. What? Why, God? Why?
I'm
will
intelligent
jump-
enough for riddles.
Cantheria, did you write
and
down
I
the
will
riddle?
Jump in front of the owl as if I can somehow stop it.
I'll take it away. I'll take it away. Here you go. I'm
And I land on
starting.
the ground.
If you want to cast Fireball at the owl, I will let you do that. But I am not repeating that riddle again if you kill this owl.
Alright, I'll stop.
Am I still in the wagon?
Yeah. Well, go roll a d10 or a d20.
Don't make it
Save
too
me,
hard
another
for him.
saving throw.
Alright, so
Save yourself
something
from. Save
Yeah,
yourself.
you're still in the
yeah.
wagon.
they
I'm still in the wagon. I keep my.
You are
thoughts
now
to
experiencing
myself.
alcohol poisoning.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Probably get
guys.
up to Earth.
If you roll a third death roll, then I don't know.
Wait, what? Oh no.
Hey,
Wait,
these are death
saves?
saving throws,
Hold
bro.
on. Hold on. Oh shit! It just got real,
so like alright.
real bad.
You die in the
Make
The
making.
maker,
You die in the
the
real
maker doesn't want anything to do with it.
Mhm.
Alright. Let's start there. Why would you make something and not want anything to do with it?
If you're going to sell it,
Like a loan. You make.
Who keeps
Alright,
ringing
you
that
make
damn doorbell?
poop.
There you go. Yeah, poop. But why would you buy poop and not need it? Like, if you buy manure, you clearly need it.
There's a
Hmm.
new thing called fecal transplants. You should check it out.
Anyway,
Do you have digestive problems?
He who uses me doesn't care.
No, it's for C. diff though.
Oh, drugs.
As you
What?
say that, the door does not move.
How about time?
I know.
Can you make time?
You can make time.
I know I'm passed out, but I would just like to input this. It's probably Halloween themed, guys. Probably.
It might be
No, it's all-
Halloween
it's-
themed.
It's all Who themed because it's an owl.
It also is all Who themed because it is an owl.
But is it Doctor?
Doctor Seuss.
It has a lot of Who words in it because it's an owl. You see what I did there?
I see what you did.
Is it spoopy?
It's a little spoopy,
Wait, did we get a reaction for the gift idea?
huh?
No.
Did we get a reaction for the gift idea?
What gift idea?
When
That's
you
what I said.
gift.
Gift.
When Shadow.
No.
Makes I don't know.
I think Frip Frop might know it. The way that they are speaking in the chat, it sounds like
I
they might
scrolled
know.
up to avoid chat.
I feel like everyone except us knows, and I feel like Kevin knows. But
If
unfortunately,
Grisham would
can't
like to
say
make
it.
another death saving throw to see if he wakes up.
Yeah, so just remember, you die in the fake campaign, you die in the real campaign.
But I can roll 3 failures in a row like a boss. Actually, I don't know what it is though, so.
You can at least help them.
Or die trying.
Or die trying. Oh yeah!
Yes.
Like I
Not the
said.
first to die.
Because you can't like heal out of that, right? Like,
Guys!
He just begins.
Sorry, I just threw up on my own mouth and now I'm dying on it.
You're not actually
You're
dying.
like, Ooh.
Don't you guys know that when a drunk person passes out, you need to make sure they're on their side, you know, like so they don't drown in their own vomit.
Wait, Canth, can you type it in Skype? The riddle.
Are you guys typing in Skype? Why you...
No. Can you type the riddle in Skype?
oh, okay.
So we can look at it and
Yeah, we can, like,
analyze.
Glancing.
So we can copy pasta it.
He who doesn't want me, or he who makes me
Makes me
doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me.
Doesn't need me.
He who uses me doesn't care.
They all.
I will
Things.
give you another hint. It is spoopy Halloween themed.
Okay.
I love Halloween, guys.
Fear. Is it fear?
Why would you buy fear?
Because I'm a dealer in fear.
Because you're,
I became what I fear.
because you're
Is it-
filthy rich.
Candy? Trick or treat candy?
The door does not move.
What would you buy that's not like physical? It's not physical.
Death.
Okay. Moving on.
Spooky things.
What would you buy that's spoopy? And
That you don't need.
yeah.
Life insurance.
That's spooky.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's not physical.
Start planning for your retirement today.
And that
Thanks,
says.
thanks, man, bat. Life advice.
We're gonna figure this out. It's not physical.
Who uses me
Can we
does-
get like that hint?
like money,
Can't hold it. I
We played
guarantee
20
you can't
questions.
hold it.
spells, magic? I don't know.
Think
I never
Halloween.
said it wasn't physical.
Energy.
I feel like giving you guys the hint that it's spoopy and Halloween themed is a pretty big hint.
All right. Just give us a little slack because you know how bad we are at logic puzzles. Like
I wanted to
really
give you
bad.
guys a logic puzzle because I wanted to see how you did.
Night Raid Captain says it's probably a costume.
The costume. You need a costume. We
Yeah,
were told
yeah.
we needed costumes. Did the mayor
That
buy
great
it?
captain does say it's probably a costume. I will tell you, it's not a costume.
I say, why would you not care about it if you use it?
You make. What do you make that you don't want?
He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me.
Like something
He
that,
who uses me doesn't care.
like you would make something you don't want because it's a chemical bomb. It's a bomb.
Oh man. Detective Batcan.
Detective Man Bat.
A flashlight for trick-or-treaters to wear around their neck that flashes.
They don't need that. That's jewelry. Yeah, what about jewelry?
Why?
Like technically jewelry is not a need. So what about something in that vein?
So did no Beatrice appear after I said that?
No.
Damn.
It doesn't say anything about anybody needing it. Nobody needs it.
Yeah, nobody needs. It's a bad thing.
I look up what time is
The
it?
one who
Does it-
uses it doesn't care.
It looks like it's probably about 11 o'clock.
Damn.
We do have a time limit, right?
Yep, midnight.
What about?
Popcorn balls.
Yeah, right. You know,
Snowballs.
the orange wrapper taffies.
Nobody wants those damn things.
Snowballs.
Apples with razors in them.
Peanut butter.
Really? That's what we're going with?
Peanut butter taffy. I hate that.
Who would sell that?
Grisham, go ahead and make another D20 saving throw. You know what? Fuck it. Just wake up.
Oh man.
Aw, that takes the fun out of it.
You know he's just gonna not fail over.
I want to see how long I can fail. Yeah, 3 threes in a row.
You
Like
should
a
just have him
boss.
come back. You should have him come back as like a zombie or something now. Like he's just undead.
Or maybe he suffered permanent brain damage.
Or he is now a skeleton.
You can't say orange anymore. Like he just loses a letter out of his vocabulary.
He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care.
Rob, when you looked at this riddle, did you get it before you looked at the answer?
No.
but you know.
I didn't,
Five
to be
people should
honest, I
be able
didn't think to actually try it to figure out if I knew it. When I looked at the answer, I was like, oh, that seems really obvious. I'll do that. And it's Halloween themed.
How Halloween?
How about? So
Vaguely
what are
Halloween themed.
Okay.
Like if you heard it, you would go, that fits the sort of like. I'm trying to think of. I don't want to give it away, but it
Pumpkin
fits
spice.
It fits the
Jack
sort of
Lantern.
spooky, dark Halloween type stuff.
Honey.
It's a coffin.
Did you say that?
Doesn't give a shit.
Yes.
As you say that,
I
the
heard
door's
it.
hinges begin to like open up, and the door like opens to reveal the pathway. One more time, the answer was coffin. He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care. So the door opens up, and the owl turns
Yeah,
to you,
that's
and he says, "Impressive. Well then, welcome."
I've buried.
Park.
I've buried a few bodies in my day.
In your gown, you're just like.
Yeah. Cracking your
Yeah.
knuckles.
You
If I can roll another 3, I get 1,000 XP.
All right, go ahead and give it a shot. Fuck it, why not?
Damn it.
Wow.
And you are still unconscious. So you guys begin wheeling the cart closer to this house. You see that the house sitting on this hill has a light on up in the top floor. What do you do?
Let's go.
Yeah, just go up to the entrance.
Wait, guys. We should trick or treat. Knock on the door. We're in costume.
I don't know what that
I'm sorry.
means.
What? This is more human ritualistic stuff. I don't understand.
Shouldn't we pick one
They
plan?
don't do that in your country?
Should we trick or should we treat?
Thanks, Night Raid Captain, for giving us a follow. Really appreciate it, man. Happy Halloween and happy hunting. Feel free to
You just
stop
go
by
to
when we're
the-
doing the actual campaign.
You just go to the door and ask them for candy. Don't think
So you
about
just
candy
go-
to children.
That's kind of
where
what we're
you're
here
from.
for anyway.
You just go to random people's houses and ask them for shit.
It's fun.
You humans and your strange rituals.
I'll try
I
it.
say as I'm like adjusting myself in my dress.
So I'll go up to the door and if there's a knock or whatever, I'll just knock.
Thanks so much, Frip Frop, for giving us a follow. We appreciate it. Happy Halloween to you, too. Hope you have a good one. So you walk
Yeah.
up to the door,
And
you
I'll
give-
like knock or use a knocker.
you give it a good knock.
Yep.
You hear in the response with the knock, "Who is it?"
Trick or treat.
I didn't think you would trick or treat the house. I really I didn't plan for this. I don't know how I didn't plan for this because it seems so obvious, like inside my head, that that's exactly what you're doing. But
A DM never reveals his secrets, Rob.
I did not plan for this at all. So I'm gonna change where this is happening. The voice responds with, It said trick or treat. So we want a trick or we want a treat? Or they just come to your door and ask you? I don't get it.
Give us something good to eat.
They says they's hungry. Alright. Well, maybe they can find something someplace else.
Do you guys have any eggs?
If you don't, I don't care.
They says they don't care. Well, then why even worry about it?
Something about underwear. And then I'll try to kick down the door.
Wow. We're like a full 360.
Oh my god. As you say that, the door opens up and reveals sort of like an empty hallway. The hallway leads up a set of stairs towards the roof area. In the roof of this section, you find yourselves climbing up these stairs. Where are you? I am in the wrong thing. Here are your players right here. Cantharion, Grisham, Venator,
I'm sorry, boys. This is as far as I go.
Shadow, and you guys are on
Stuck in the
these
way.
stairs right here.
Is this like a metaphor for alcoholism? I'm on the wagon.
Yeah.
just
Grisham,
got
go ahead and do one more
Deep. This goes
D20
deep.
roll, and let's see if you're actually going to help here at all.
I'm gonna go for a 6.
Oh.
Oh.
You finally
I'm
wake up.
alive.
You finally wake up, and your friends have carried you inside this, what looks to be a haunted house.
I don't wake up slowly either. I like sit up. I'm like, bam! Like, what? 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 The hell is this?
What do you do?
Trying to keep candy from trolls.
You, the trolls have not seen you coming yet.
Wait, the door just opened,
Yeah.
but the trolls didn't open it?
Yeah, it's spoopy. It does that. It's Halloween.
Come on, man.
Wait, so
I bet if we go in, it'll close behind us and lock.
I heard
We're
you're
already
moving
in,
a bunch
aren't
of
we?
stuff, but I
It
don't see
closes
anything
behind
in
you
roll
and
20.
locks.
Damn it.
Rob, while you were saying all that stuff, I don't see anything in roll 20 or our characters. Is that right?
Oh, I didn't pull you guys over here.
Okay, I'm like, are we still outside?
I'm just looking at the outside of this house.
Oh, sorry,
Guys, I'm gonna go check the garage. I'll be right back.
We
The
should
garage.
split up.
Yeah, I think we should split up. Me and Shadow will go check the basement.
Yeah, me and Shadow are gonna go check out the basement. See you guys later.
I'm just gonna run upstairs topless.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go take a shower in the shed. I'll see you later. Oh man.
How quickly it falls apart.
Okay.
Some might argue that it was never together.
I think the skeleton slipped or something.
Alright, so you guys end up on the
Something
stairs.
is drastically wrong with my roll 20.
You guys get that the trolls still have not seen you, so they don't know that you're here.
But they knew we were trick or treating.
You have made your presence known, but they don't know that you're in the house.
Okay. Okay.
All right, we'll move like the night, stealthily,
Just find
unseen.
As you climb towards the top of the stairs, you can see that there's a dining chamber towards like in the next room, and there are 3 large trolls like shoveling candy into their mouths. They don't appear to look up to see you, but on this table is clearly the feast. I mean, you see mountains upon mountains of candy here, and they are just destroying it as they go. Their teeth are rotted from just like like just riddled with cavities.
I
Go ahead.
go. Continue.
Go ahead.
I went to Shadow and I kind of whispered to her, Shadow, don't you have the ability to make food?
Yes.
Why don't you offer a trade?
What would I trade them?
The
But
food
they-
you could make.
But what I make is gruel.
Is what?
Gruel. You think they'd really want to eat that instead of candy?
They're trolls. Just say it's. I don't know. Have the
It's
magic
magic.
man.
Magic pudding.
Have
It's
the magic
magic
man.
gruel.
Make it look pretty.
Magic pudding.
It's
Yeah.
It's really foul.
They don't know that.
You. Oh wait. Yeah, you were eating horse.
Vincent,
Have the
Well,
magic
everyone else ate the gruel.
to it.
Vincent, can you take care of the torches?
Kind of like in the food plan. One of the schools of magic is actually poison.
You're gonna poison the food and trade them poisoned food? That is dark as shit, guys.
Okay.
It's a
That is the equivalent of putting razors into fucking candy.
Yeah.
Hey, like you said, it is a trick.
Yeah.
Well,
And a treat.
They didn't give us a treat. So
We're
fair
taking
is
the
fair.
treats. We're giving them the trick.
Yeah. Say we do it. We'll make some food, dress it up like a treat. I'll poison it. We'll give them the treat.
Can you do that like a minor illusion or
Profit?
something on it?
I think it sounds fun. So, oh, are you asking him or are you asking me?
Yeah, Vincent.
Let's see. No.
Is it like prestidigitation or
Could be.
something?
Yeah, as a cantrip, prestidigitation should work.
It doesn't.
Okay.
well,
Add it.
I have to look at it.
Yes. I vote we do that.
Okay, I'm gonna cast the spell and you have any containers?
It doesn't it make like a crap ton of it? Isn't it like literally like a huge amount?
Yeah, enough to feed what 6 people and a
It'll
horse,
be
It like
or a
fills
horse, something
like
like
a
that.
keg.
It'll be a feast for them, right? They're huge. They could probably eat all of it.
make it look like amazing candy.
Yeah, we could take some of the sequins off his dress.
Here, empty your bags.
I didn't bring a bag.
The scare.
Yeah, you're not putting gruel in my backpack. Not happening.
Well, give me the hat from your scarecrow thing.
No, it's my hat.
Oh, please. This is ridiculous. Do we have
You can have
anything
some
to put it
straw.
in?
Wait, it just
You can have
produced
some
the
straw
stuff. It doesn't produce a
and leave a
container.
basket.
Yeah, but it's like dry rations. I imagine it's not
So
like
it's just like gray shit falling from
Right.
the sky.
Exactly.
Great
It's like
food.
oatmeal or cream of wheat or something. It's like nasty,
it's
lumpy.
not liquid though, is it?
I can put
Yeah.
it either on the ground or in containers. I don't think they'd want it on the ground.
Hey, they have containers. Let's
If we make
let's
it look like
offer them a
candy, it
trade.
doesn't matter where we put it.
But
Right.
how are we gonna poison it without them knowing?
Well, we
If we just
Well,
do it in front of them.
They
yeah,
don't see
it's
it.
like spice, like seasoning.
yeah, 45
Like
pounds
pumpkin
of food
spice.
on the ground. Yeah, that's
It's
fine. Just
pumpkin
throw it on the
flavoring.
ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll tell them that we were the trick-or-treaters and we're giving them a treat.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, alright, let's do this. Who goes first?
You create the food.
Hmm.
Then Vincent poisons it, and then he makes it look pretty. Makes it look like
Yes.
candy.
So,
Yeah.
Cantharian, you go introduce us as the trick-or-treaters, and then we'll magically create their treats.
Okay.
You'll be impressed.
Shouldn't you have it prepared?
I'll be
we
impressed
should
if you
prepare
pull
it.
this off.
We're gonna prepare it first, and we're gonna offer
I'm
them
prepared.
a treat.
Are you prepared? Vincent?
Kitharian like walks out and is, oh fuck, oh jeez.
You're not gonna make it like in front of them, are you?
Yeah, because I can't. I wouldn't be able
Silly.
to.
We don't have any containers otherwise.
It's okay, we'll make it on the ground and carry it in.
Put it in the man-bat's mask.
Yeah.
I don't think I can fit 45 pounds of food in my
Yeah.
mask.
That's not going to work very well. We'll use their table.
We can.
Ask
all
them
right,
to
we'll go
clear
to
the,
the basement.
candy off of the table, and we'll prepare them a feast, a treat of feast.
Prepare it
Is
on
there
the
any
ground
other-
and I'll carry it.
Whatever.
What's in these side rooms here? Like over here.
There's
we
like
sneak in here and investigate for containers. A
Yeah, you
box
probably
or
could sneak in
a
there.
bag
You
or a
find-
barrel.
you find like torn apart boxes and like, you know, sort of trash furniture and things like that. This place has been sort of it was abandoned a long time ago, and clearly the trolls have decided that this is just where they want to live now. But this place is very old and very decrepit, so everything that you would find is pretty worn down.
Anything that we can piecemeal together to make a container, even if it's like a wooden crate.
Near like one of the drawers from the cabinets or something.
Yeah, I bet you could probably put something together. It might not look
Pull
very
nails
nice.
out of one thing to
Yeah.
use my hammer to make a box or something.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
Because they won't hear us in this workshop while we're. Like,
They
hammering
might
things
hear
away.
you if you were hammering a couple of pieces of
What
wood
if we just
together in
pulled
the
out
next
like
room.
a shelf
take
from
a
one of
drawer.
the cabinets or something? Yeah, one of the drawers.
Turn it around. Put everything in it.
Yep.
Make it
Oh
pretty.
yeah, if we get flat pieces of shelving, we could almost like walk out and present it to them.
That's what I'm saying, like a
Yeah.
trophy.
Okay, like a platter. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
What about like a flower pot or something, like an urn or a vase?
You find some broken vases in there, but you don't find one that's intact.
We'll go with the board
Well.
plan.
Yeah, just give us the
Yeah,
boards.
just a flat piece of wood.
With some slop on it. Hey guys, it's candy.
Yeah. All right, we need the slop now. On
Bring us the
board.
slop.
It's
Grisham,
a
really
no bake.
have to make
It's a no bake cookie.
Oh my gosh, that's what we should do too.
So Shadow
Mix it with-
creates all this food on top of this board. And I guess meanwhile, you're going to poison it, Vincent?
Yeah.
Mix it with
And
dirt
can you,
so it's
can
brown.
you make it look pretty or no? You don't have that.
Let's rub it on the floor to, a smack in the face.
Wait, so you're not actually poisoning it? You're just rubbing it on the
No,
floor?
I'm gonna poison it.
You're just like,
Someone's-
it's poison. They'll die in years. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna poison it.
So
Should be able to just be able to do that.
you have created 45 pounds of poisoned food that you have now disguised to look like candy, and you are going to present this to a couple of trolls.
We're gonna troll the trolls.
Yeah.
All right.
Into the mission.
Good luck.
And then, do we want to throw like a couple pieces of real candy in there too, so it's like confusing?
Yeah, make it pretty.
So you don't
No,
have
you can't have my
precipitation?
candy. Okay, you guys can have here. What do you
Yeah,
want?
just,
And I'll
just
put it
sneak
in
a few
my
pieces in there
costume.
before he poisons the food. We'll sneak a few pieces of that candy in there too. So like, I don't know.
You better
Maybe it'll
prepare a
make it
story
smell
to
like
sell
candy.
this.
Yeah, well, okay, so how many trolls were there? There's 3? You
There's 3 of them. Freddy,
They're all-
Jason, and Michael.
gotta make sure they all eat them at the same time. Because if one of them eats it, realizes it's bad. No, it's not good. That's not a good thing. Because they'll just tell the others. So let's present the food equally to all of them. They'll eat it.
Okay, can we find 2 more boards?
Yeah, just... Alright, we'll snap the board, okay? We'll snap the board.
No. We want to find 3 total boards.
You
Is
can
that-
probably find 3 total boards.
Okay, and then we'll just distribute it so it's on all 3, and I'll carry one of them.
I'll carry one.
And this is why our sessions, we accomplish nothing because we sit here and deliberate about meaningless crap like this
We
for
accomplished
hours.
so much.
Yeah.
All right, so you now have 3
Rob's always
boards.
like, you guys didn't make it quite as far as I expected.
You guys now have 3 boards full of poisoned sweets, or what appears to be poisoned sweets, but is actually just gruel.
With some actual candy.
That's worst idea ever. But they are trolls, so they might fall for it.
Wait, we should take the other 2, should go hide or something. Get a good, just in case shit goes south. Okay.
I'll go stealth mode.
Okay. So
Stealth mode.
me and Vincent are each carrying a tray. Who wants to carry the other one?
I got a
Yeah.
tray.
You'll try and go stealth mode.
It's that kind of night.
Jesus.
You're a
You're
2
too
and a
drunk
3.
to stealth.
I think your combined scores just barely reach over 20.
So, who's going to initiate the conversation with the trolls here?
Cantharion.
Therian.
Okay.
And then we're gonna kneel. We're gonna kneel in front of them, and like present it.
Okay.
Okay. At the same time.
So we'll all come up
Pick
to
it
the
up,
light
you guys.
together.
As you walk down this hallway, and as you break sort of like the curtain of light that's coming from this room, all 3 of the trolls sort of look up and look over towards you. And they say, one of them looks at you and says, "How'd you get in there?"
Keep in mind, I totally think that I'm still totally stealth. So I'm like I'm like creeping. I'm like, oh yeah, they can't even see me right now.
He turns and he looks at Grisham and he goes, "What's your friend doing over there?"
I just freeze. I'm like, and then I try to play it nonchalant, like just looking at a painting on the wall. Oh, that's nice.
So I'll step up and I'll say, "You didn't trick us. So we have some treats." And then start walking around the table and like motion the other people with trays to.
The trolls sort of look at you, and they say, "I don't get it. What is it that you're doing?"
And then I'll just kind of kneel and like hold the board up.
And I'll do the same to my troll.
I kind of say like, you don't need none of this stuff, and I kind of like swipe all the food off the table, and then I kneel and bring up the food that I have on my tray.
I don't know about that.
Try the candy. Try the treats. It's delicious.
Oh, you're gonna use suggestion. Okay. One of the trolls looks out. He's a bit confused, and he says,
I don't quite understand. What is it that y'all are doing here?
And he,
Please,
but as he
holiday
says that,
tradition.
he's sort of reaching out, and he like takes like a little bit of candy like in his hand, and he sort of like inspects it, like he sort of wants to eat it. And he said, the other one looks at you.
The candy that we already have tastes mighty fine.
But these ones are special treats. They're prepared by the villagers.
What do you mean by special treats?
It's a holiday. It's like a feast. It's brought to every home for every time this holiday occurs. You go around from house to house and bring them tricks or treats.
This doesn't seem normal.
Human traditions are not normal.
The one troll looks at you and goes,
I think I'd have to agree with you.
"Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, please, Shadow."
Okay, let me pull it up.
The troll smacks us all in the face.
While we're all down on our knees.
Really, you should try it. It's delicious.
All right, I'm gonna roll 3 die to defend against that. The 2 trolls at the top take handfuls of the candy and begin eating it.
I'll
They-
cast. So one of them didn't reach for it.
One of them did not reach for it.
I want to try command on him.
Okay.
These are the treats you're looking for.
And it's just eat these treats.
Eat these treats.
He feels compelled to eat it. Only because I rolled a 3.
Welcome to my world.
And they're trolls. They have no intelligence.
3 is the number of the night.
The third troll picks up the candy and he begins eating it. And they sort of look at you and they say,
31.
This doesn't taste as good at all. No, I think they's in here to trick us.
Whew, bad voice for that character.
You're telling me.
They say,
I don't think this is a treat at all. I think they's in here to trick us.
and as they say that, they sort of like, like knock the boards down onto the ground. But they feel themselves sort of like a bit intoxicated after what they've consumed. The one troll at the top grabs a hold of Cantharion, and he pulls him into him, and he says,
What is it that you's trying to do here? I'm not in the mood for flesh, but I reckon that I'd change my mind real quick.
Look, I lost my words in the middle there. I'm the worst actor in the world.
Justice.
You're supposed to have honey before the roll, not beer.
Justice comes in many forms. Sometimes it's not so sweet.
Wow.
He looks you directly in the eyes and says,
Who are you?
I am the darkness.
And then I'll
Have you
take
ever
out my
danced with the
sword
darkness in the pale moonlight?
and try to blind him essentially with the light, with that 30 feet of light just right in his eyes.
okay. So you blind one of these trolls and he falls back onto this table. As he falls back, one of the trolls is going to lash out and attack Venator, who's like directly next to him. Venator, what's your AC?
Well, I don't have my armor, so 13.
Okay. You're about to get hit with a lot of shit.
Nice.
Because one of them might crit. $20 points of damage.
How much?
20 points of damage. So the troll, as the
Who's
one troll
topless
falls
now?
backwards, the one troll reaches out and just smacks you across the face. You stumble backwards as he hits you, and he looks you directly in the eyes and he says,
I'm not falling for it. I can see that you done something here.
How dare you strike a lady?
he looks at you and he says,
You ain't fooling no one, kid. I don't think you's a lady at all.
I think he doesn't like your dress.
let's go ahead and roll for initiative here.
How do I link this again? I always mess this up.
You have to click yourself first.
Click your token and
Sorry.
then click on initiative.
Yeah.
Dang. He can't hide, but he's quick as fuck.
Alcohol wore off. The three spree is over.
No,
ready.
you're a drunken master.
Your body is
Oh
ready.
yeah.
Grisham, Cantharion, Shadow, Vincent. Who am I missing? Venator. Is
Yeah, I
here.
got that sweet 9.
I don't ever roll average.
All right,
I'm
Grisham, you go
max.
first.
Let's see.
And I am weakening the trolls because you tricked them into eating the candy. The gruel.
I'm going to.
Oh man, Sifaclaw just donated $25. Thanks so much, man. We really appreciate it. I didn't even realize you were in the room right now, but I didn't realize it because I did not have the chat open. Thank you so much, brother. We truly, truly appreciate that. And as always, happy hunting, happy Halloween.
I'm gonna move there, and then I'm going to try to stealth again.
Okay. Well, you don't have to stealth.
So-
You have advantage because there's another ally within 5 feet of that enemy. So you can sneak attack.
I know.
him right now.
It's not just to gain the sneak attack, though. I'm actually
Okay.
just stealthing. I want to not be the focus of these big, massive trolls' attacks.
Okay.
So that's more the reason.
So wouldn't you strike and then stealth?
Yes.
You are successfully stealthed. Like you sneak past him. He's too busy paying attention to Venator to pay any attention to you right then.
Hello.
Excellent. I get
Sneak attack?
as a quick action. I'm gonna get my. You said I do have all of my equipment under my
Yes.
costume.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to spend the rest of the round getting my rope out.
Okay. So you take your rope out from like.
Actually,
you're
you know what? No, I'm not gonna get my rope out. I'm gonna get the I have this stupid bag of ball bearings or something. I'm gonna get that out.
Okay. Okay. I don't know where
we're
this
gonna
is
get
going.
clown shoes in here.
So you're like sifting around inside your own costume, like trying to get your shit out.
Yeah.
The next up is Cantharion.
Alright, I'll move up to the one that's harassing Vincent. And take a swing. Nope.
So how much effect did the poison have on them?
That's
we
I'm
don't
not
know.
telling
That's
you.
metagaming, bro.
Uh-huh.
Trolls are immune
13 is
poison,
going to
don't you know
miss.
that?
So you like so
Oh,
you
I get 2 attacks.
Huh?
I have 2 attacks.
Oh boy, you get to swing again.
Because he's man bat.
I get another shot. I like that one better. And I'll do a 2nd level Divine Smite.
Okay, so how much damage does that do?
So it'll add, I think it's 48. Let me double check.
Damn, that's fucking heavy
3d8
duty.
plus 1d8 per spell level. Oh, for spell, it's 3d8. It's 3d8.
13, not bad. All right, next up is Shadow.
Okay, I'm going to cast my weapon. My spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And use it to attack the one by Venator.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, it didn't automatic. No, it did 8 damage.
1d. The damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 level slots. So it just does 8 damage. Oh, okay. That's easy. Let's go ahead and mark that right here.
Yeah, stat bonus is the wisdom modifier. Why didn't I give the... Because I was supposed to have the wisdom modifier on there. Oh, I guess it did already. I just rolled something really low.
Do you want to
Was
move?
the
Do you want to
modifier
move at all?
just to hit?
What was that?
Do you want to move at all?
No, I'm fine right here.
Okay. Vincent, you're up next, bud.
Okay. Okay, back in town, real quick. They say that these people cannot live without this candy.
If their idea is if they do not have this candy, then the spirits that show up will, instead of eating the candy, consume their crops. And they will die of starvation over the winter because their crops will
Alright.
rot.
Alright, fuck it. I got to learn. I'm
Takes
gonna
off.
cast Fireball. It's gonna go directly on the table. Because it'll hit everything.
But not, we don't, the mission's kind of the candy here.
Wait. I wiped off all that shit.
Yeah,
off
yeah, it's on the
table when I
floor. It's
presented
like
my
over
food.
here. Like
How
Yeah,
big
Venator knocked
can
it
you
off
wipe?
the table.
Like, that's a big ass table.
He used his whole dress.
It's 20 feet.
Well, I mean, I at least got.
They
like,
grabbed all of the tablecloth.
I got like
Wait
this
a minute.
here off the table.
I would just like to point out once again that I am stuffed with straw right now.
Yo, do it. Definitely fucking do
Please,
it.
no fire.
Yes. So do that right now. Cast it like right in this.
It's straw and candy. The candy will protect you.
It will be a warm glaze of
I have been
sugar
waiting for
coating
this
on
moment. You said you're gonna be a
Grisham.
straw man. I've been waiting for this moment this entire campaign.
Alright, so each creature in a 20-foot radius of the sphere that I make has to make a dex saving throw. And I do 8d6 fire to all of them.
I'm trying to line this up so that way the stream can see this far over.
What's the range here you're attacking?
Oh, it can hit. It's just it's a 20-foot like circle. It's just gonna like a ball is just gonna come down and delete anything that's there. Hopefully, the only good
It
spot
does
to
do
do
a
it hit all.
shitload of damage, that's for sure.
Why did everybody just shift?
Because it's not fitting on the little stream window, so I was like trying to shift people
Oh.
around.
You can move your map over.
I can't though. It's
It's all the way.
yeah. I made the map too big.
Can't you
No, you
zoom
just
in?
zoom in.
Yeah, but
It
then
moves?
it resizes it.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right.
All right, you're doing fireball
Yeah, and it just says that all of them in
directly on the
palm.
table.
Yeah, because it's gonna hit all three.
Okay.
Well, I at least wiped this food like off the table.
We do have a carriage full of food too, so
It's not that
And I
much.
have some in my bag, and Grisham has some in his everything.
Oh, I've
Have
got
some of
more
my-
than
I
some.
have some in my brassiere as well.
Oh yes.
okay. So
Can I
on the,
use
they all
like
have
a
to make a
reaction to try to like knock it off or something? Like as I see the fire coming, instead of like something fancy, can I just try to get more of the candy up?
I'll say that you can probably use a reaction to do that.
something. Yeah,
You're gonna trigger an attack of opportunity if you do that reaction.
I'm good with that.
Oh no, we
Here's
we hit our 4-hour limit.
All right, it just-
Did we just run out?
Yeah, hold on one
just
second. I'll be
recall
right
it real
back.
fast.
Oh goodness.
Oh no, we're gonna get that echoing thing again.
I sure hope not. Oh gosh, worst stream ever.
Tater stream.
I need Skype Premium.
Man Bat.
Everybody is gray. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gray to me.
I'm okay with
Everybody
gray as long as
thinks
it's no
it's
echoing like last time.
Everyone hang up the
Great
call.
face.
I don't
I
see
didn't hang up
everybody.
the call.
No.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
everyone
hang
has
up.
to the call.
I'll hang
Everyone
up.
Everyone
Oh no, what has happened?
Are we hanging up?
And it's gonna read.
Oh, why did you hang up?
All right. Look at how bright I am.
There we go. That worked.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm in.
I see cameras.
I see everything but Joe right now.
I don't
Hold
see
on, Mike.
Joe.
I gotta reset my camera settings now.
Oh, we've got
yeah,
random
that's the best.
person too.
Technical. Well, if he wants.
It's not random person. It's Joel. Okay. He has a
Okay.
name.
Is that the same person who used to be Cartman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And he's gone. And Joe.
And Joe is back. Okay, we're good.
We're all good.
All right, let's go ahead and do this fireball then.
Okay, so the enemies have to make a dex saving throw, and on a failed save they take full damage, and on a successful one they take half.
Okay.
So here's 8d6. Jeez.
What's the dex save that they have to save out of?
It just says each creature in a 20-foot radius has to make a dexterity saving throw. A target takes 8. That's all it says. I'm just reading it off of the.
Okay. 2 of
So
them
your saving
save,
throw. Is
1 of them
on
fails.
It's on the spellbook page. It's at the very top how it says save DC, and it'll be yours under sorcerer.
Damn, your damage dice there make me feel inadequate.
Looks like all of us are out of range in that one troll.
So where's it being cast?
Right at the center of the table.
So
Oh, is it 20 feet from the center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all the way around.
Oh, so like everybody.
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah, you're
everyone's
hitting
Yeah,
it.
you guys,
Everyone in
you
the
guys
room.
have to make a dex saving throw through because you're gonna take damage
Just-
from that.
Oh shit.
Thanks.
Okay.
Not me, I'm in the wall. What?
oh yeah, right.
Party wipe.
I was
Party
over
wipe.
here.
Let's see.
Just- yeah,
Dex
each-
save.
Anybody that's within 20 feet of that has to make a dex saving throw.
So what's the
Yeah.
save?
It's not enemies. It's everyone.
It's
So-
everybody.
Oh, Dex is like my worst.
So what's the save?
Dex.
What are we trying to beat?
Landon,
What?
save
what do we have
DC
to
is on
beat?
your spellbook page at the very top. It's got all the classes listed: arcane,
Okay.
trickster, bard, cleric, and all that. Under sorcerer, what's your number? Where it says save DC.
I think I'm looking at the gold character sheets.
Oh, okay.
Damn you.
Hang on, let me open it.
Wait, you have to
Your
save
spell
too.
save
You did
DC
yourself.
on the old sheet is. Here's some. Okay, it's on the spellcasting page where you list all your spells. It says spell slots. To the left of that, it says spell save DC.
14.
14. So
Aw.
we're rolling against 14.
Yeah. So Shadow, you take full damage.
Hang on, hold on a second.
Vincent,
I take
you take
26
half
damage.
damage.
I'm not gonna make this. Duh.
Oh my
Darian,
god.
you take full damage.
God
And Venator, you take full damage.
I
Says 26,
am
right?
unfucking conscious.
And then we'll go.
Rob, I'm gonna use uncanny dodge on this.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm not feeling too good either.
How are the trolls looking?
I didn't even get a turn.
The trolls are looking, you know, about half.
I got critted on and then fireballed on.
Oh man. I'm at a good 4. I would assume that I was at full hit points at the start of this whole thing. Right?
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge, you still have to roll, right?
Do I?
Yeah, I think you do.
You
I
still
think
It says
roll
take
to try to
half damage
save,
from any single
but-
attack that you can see once per round. So I would just automatically take half
Oh
damage
no!
from
If
it.
you uncanny dodge like a save, you can negate damage if you pass it.
Oh, so I would take
Yep.
half of the.
Yeah,
or
rogues
the
with
other
dex
half.
saves can negate damage if you pass the roll.
Well, I'm gonna roll a 3 anyway.
No, you passed, so you take no
take
damage.
half, and then you take
Alright.
half of
Is
the
there a
half.
quarter?
So you take a
So I
quarter.
take a quarter or take none? I'm confused
I think you
now.
take none.
Because remember, they changed that from 4th to 5th. It used to be you take none if you fail, if you make a dex save, and they made it so that you can take half damage.
All right, so you only take 6 damage then, 7 damage.
All right. 7.
How's everybody feeling after that? Venator, you're up next.
420 blaze.
I need to make a death saving throw.
Do you need to make a death saving throw?
I'm unfucking conscious.
Well, you're not
Woo!
dead.
On the death saving throw.
Yeah. So there you go. You're not dead. You've stabilized. You're at 0 health.
All right, I am at 0 health, lying on the ground in front of a troll
Troll's turn.
in a dress.
So Michael here is going to attempt to grab a hold of Grisham, and he's going to attempt to throw Grisham at Cantharion. So let's go ahead and see if I can't do that. I got a 16 versus AC.
Oh lord, really?
Yep.
15 AC.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and toss you. Oh, that's not gonna hit though. Let's see how much damage you take.
It's okay. I have lots of padding.
You take
It's like-
10
it's like
points of
him-
damage,
It's
But
like
I
him
can
just
try to
throwing
catch
a
him.
cotton ball.
but I do miss Cantharion, and you are now over there. He basically just picked you up and threw you across the room. I missed Cantharion with your body though, and you're slammed into the wall. This next troll right. Oh god, what is going on here? There we go.
Does he not hit the troll instead of hitting Cantharion?
No, because he's throwing him over the head, I guess. Yeah, and this troll's laying down on the table right now. He's like prone on the
Okay.
table. This one right here is has half of his burnt face, and he's going to turn and grab Vincent, and he's going to try and slam Vincent against the table.
Fair enough.
That is a 12 versus AC.
Yeah, my AC's 10.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So there's this molten hot candy that's on this table, and this troll has grabbed you and slammed you into a table of molten hot candy.
Fair enough.
2 points of damage. I rolled snake eyes.
Nice. I'm alive. I'm still good.
And the last troll is going to use its movement to get up and move off this table. And then it is going to... Let's go ahead and make an attack against Cantharion. A 17 versus AC?
Just misses.
Alright, so he does nothing. Back up to Grisham's turn.
From being thrown, was I prone?
I'm gonna say you're not prone.
Not prone. All right. I'm going to attack the one that just attacked Cantharion. Do I have advantage?
You do.
Okay. My character sheet keeps getting stuck behind other windows.
How's my dress looking?
Lovely, my dear.
It's seen better days.
Damn.
Still brings out
That's
your eyes.
attack on AC 20,
The eyes that are
That's gonna
rolling in the
hit.
back of my head.
so 22 damage total. Sneak attack.
That takes him down to this number right here.
Yeah.
All right, Cantharion, you're up.
Alright, I'll take another. I think they're actually pretty similar. Or is either one looking more beat up than the other? They both looking pretty hurt.
They're all looking about half.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just take another swing at the one next to Vincent.
That is going to miss.
Alright, we'll try once more.
Also going to miss.
Eh.
You swing 2 times and you completely miss it. The second time you actually swing and he grabs your sword with his hand, as if he's like unfazed by it. With like with
This
his...
weapon feels unnatural.
The troll looks at you and he goes,
You're gonna have to do better than that, Man-Bat.
it is Shadow's turn.
I am going to cast Mass Healing Word on my entire party.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everyone
since
gets
you can do it
healed
again.
6 HP, is that right?
Yes, that was weak.
I'm alive again.
And it's gonna be Vincent's turn if you don't want to move at all.
That was for 6. We healed 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah, if you use the like your character stuff, if you put in like your HP on your character token.
Oh, what's
you can
happening,
actually
Link
do
Reborn?
+6.
Thanks so much for hanging out, man. Happy Halloween. It's not really Halloween, but happy Halloween party. And thanks so much for giving us a follow. We appreciate it.
Wait, you can do it on your tokens.
Vincent, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move out of the way. I'm gonna move back. I can't actually select my character. Can you just move him up?
Can you really not select your character?
It's bugged.
I can select it and move
Yeah,
it.
yeah, there we go. Just move him
I
like
can also
away
select
from
it.
the table.
Why can I move it?
So we can do what we want with his character.
Like here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How's Cantharion looking?
Oh, what's up,
Hello,
TDM014? Thanks so much for giving us a follow, man. We appreciate it. Happy Halloween.
I got a little health. Do you see my health bar or no?
I
Above
can't
my
click
character?
anything. My stuff is bugged.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The
I'm like
ruler
half-ish.
is bugged.
I'm looking a little charred, but I'm up.
Everyone's looking a little charred right now. And there's a table full of molten hot candy because you literally just dropped the fireball on top of it.
Yeah, can someone move me out of this range?
Oh my god. So you want to move to like
Maybe
back
over
here?
Yes. All right.
Oh, he's got line of sight with the door though, right?
I'm going to do it again.
You're gonna have to do it from like here.
Yeah, you gotta have line of sight.
From
Got
the-
to attack
from the
something you
point-
cannot see.
Okay. So from the point that I'm starting this line at, I'm going to cast it there.
You're
So
gonna
it
cast
only
another
really
fireball?
It only really hit Cantharion.
Hey, Rob,
Yeah.
out of character, how long is a minute in action time?
In combat
'Cause I
time, it's like
still-
10 turns.
Yeah, each action is 6 seconds.
Okay, because I still have my spiritual weapon up, and I forgot to attack with it.
Did you want to attack the green one?
The trolls, aren't they all green? Is that a trick
No,
question?
Well, there's a red one and there's a blue one.
Yeah, attack the green one.
Okay.
I guess I have to re-roll it, right? Or would it be the same?
Are you about to make another fireball?
I'm pretty sure you have to
Yes.
reroll it, yeah. You reroll the attack, I think.
Okay, I'll try to make it so only the damage appears rather than all the huge block of text.
Did Grisham
My
catch on
computer's
fire?
lagging.
Did Grisham set ablaze from the last fireball?
No, I dodged it.
Yeah, he dodged it.
Well, actually, part of it, a quarter of it did hit me, so I would have needed to roll on that if it ignited
12
me.
damage.
I
I
am
think
not
it
bad.
says it spreads around corners, ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
I am
Oh,
kind
you're
of a
wearing your
flammable object right now.
So Vincent, are you gonna do this attack?
Yep, it's gonna hit Cantharion, and 2 trolls is gonna hit green and blue.
Okay.
Let's do this.
And Cant's down. We'll see what happens.
You didn't make a. You gotta make a save, don't you?
I mean, I have a -1 to Dax.
Oh shit.
There's still a chance.
Roll it.
Nope.
Yeah, you had to roll 14.
Man bat, no!
All
been
right,
slain
those
by
two
the
trolls are looking a
Vincent is
little
gonna
rough.
party wipe us.
Vincent has killed more people than anybody else.
Cantharion, you take 14 points of damage.
Venator still killed more horses.
Oh.
I asked him how he looked. He said he was all right.
Oh, if I only take 14, then I'm still up. Why do I take?
We do have a healer, right?
Yeah, get my
Medic.
spells ready.
Venator, it's your turn.
Wait, did they save or no? Did they take damage?
One of them saved, one of them didn't.
Nice. Mission complete.
Mr. Venator, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to use my movement action to stand up.
Okay.
And since I actually left all of my weapons and armor back in town, I'm going to hike up my skirts and prepare to do an unarmed attack. I'm going to bring my leg up for a swift kick between the troll's legs with my glass slipper.
Okay. You're gonna kick the troll in the nuts,
Right.
dressed as a
With my
woman.
glass slippered foot.
I hope the slipper shatters.
I'm intending on it. Oh wait, that's a hit die.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to roll for an unarmed attack.
Yeah. It's a D20.
Plus
And you
your
don't get-
proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
What's my weapon?
Are you proficient
plus?
unarmed?
I don't think so.
Then it's just
Oh.
a D20.
I thought unarmed counted as a simple weapon, and everybody could do it.
Maybe.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. Have to look that up. I mean, I know monks are like super good at it. but-
proficiency be? What, like strength? Or
Proficiency is whatever your main stat is.
that you add to your skills and your attacks and all that.
nope.
That's gonna miss.
Even with proficiency bonus, that is not happening.
You hike up your skirts and send a swift kick, and the troll just like nonchalantly steps backwards. And looks at you and he goes,
What are you trying to do, boy?
With my second attack, as I'm leaning backwards, I'm going to attempt to just smack him like right in the face as I like change my
Okay.
momentum.
Yeah, you're proficient with unarmed strikes. They deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus strength modifier.
Oh, it's not your. It's not like the. What's the hit dice for on the front page then? Which is like hit dice class, like 1d10, 1d6, 1d8, 1d12.
That's your hit points.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
that's
just
that's
how
how many
you
hit
roll.
points you roll every level.
that
It
is
is
also
probably
going to
not gonna-
miss. So you like rear back and you try and haymaker, and he dodges out of that one as well. It's the troll's turn. So the one that's fighting you is gonna go ahead and do the same thing. It's gonna try and kick you in between the legs.
sweet.
Rob, can I do a cunning action
Yeah,
during their turn?
yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do cunning action, and I'm gonna remember that bag of ball bearings
Yeah.
that I got out that I forgot about. Oh, I'm gonna use them now, and I'm gonna dump them all over the floor underneath these trolls that are
Okay.
right next to me.
Okay. You do that.
It's 1,000 ball bearings.
This
That's what's
this troll rears back or he's trying to kick you in the nuts. He swings upward, but as these ball bearings slide out on the floor, he not only misses you but falls prone. The other two trolls also fall prone. So now all three trolls have like slipped and fallen on the ground in some weird like Home Alone shit. And now all of the trolls are prone.
What about the players?
Cantherion, make a well no, you're unconscious.
Cantherian's already
aren't you?
down.
Venator, make an athletics check or an acrobatics check with disadvantage because you're in heels.
It's not heels. It's slippers.
Are they slippers?
Yeah, so they're like flats.
Is it supposed to be like? Are they actually flats?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it easy to walk around in glass shoes?
I'm an elf, so it works.
All right, you pass. You're fine.
Woo! So
I
wait,
would say
what's-
that Vincent and Shadow probably aren't affected by the ball bearings right now.
Grisham, what did you just do?
I had a bag of ball bearings, 1,000 ball bearings, and I just dumped them all over the floor underneath the troll's feet.
It is Grisham's turn right now.
Grisham is going to go stabbity stab on Mr. Red Troll again.
All right.
But Cantherion's down, so I no longer have advantage, right? Is that correct?
No, you have advantage because he's prone, don't you? Yeah, you have advantage over.
I thought he was unconscious though. Isn't
No,
he
but the
KO'd?
troll-
No,
he's
but
saying
you
the
have
trolls are
combat
prone.
advantage on any enemy that's prone if you're doing
Oh, that's
melee
right. I forgot
attack.
the trolls are down too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a shitload of dice.
And I failed.
The
anyway.
damn shame
Well,
that's gonna miss though.
Can't even hit a target that's laying on the floor in front of me.
That's unfortunate.
Blame the ball bearings.
Next up is Cantharion.
I will make a death saving throw. And it just got a little quieter.
Oh, sorry. I changed the music because I was tired of hearing the same thing over and over again.
Ooh, I did not dance.
Got a little
Ooh.
quieter because you're just fading from us.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it, and then
getting dark,
the light just gets a little bit dimmer, and you're like, I don't know if this is working. Next up is going to be Shadow.
Okay, I'm going to shout over to Cantharion there, Remedium, and cast Healing Word at level 2.
All right, you heal him 9 points of damage to Cantharion, so you are no longer dying. You are now conscious again. Vincent.
All right. How are they looking? How are the trolls looking?
They're looking rough. Rough. You might be able to get through this. Maybe.
All right, the red one. I'm gonna, since I'm out of the big stuff, use the full wombo combo.
I look at Vincent and I just go,
If you use another fireball, my ghost will haunt you.
All right. I'm gonna have to do just a fire bolt, just at the red one.
Okay.
Let's see here. You add the. I'm sorry, I haven't cast this. You add the. It's a cantrip.
So you should roll. I think you roll a d20 and you add your spell modifier to it to hit, and then you roll the damage. I don't know. I'm not looking at the rule book right now.
It's kind of weird. Would that be the same as spell attack class?
It's your spell attack modifier.
It says spell attack.
So it's probably
mod,
your
it's below the-
charisma, your charisma modifier.
So on the spell page, below spell slots, below use spell slots, it says spell attack mod. I think it's your charisma plus your proficiency.
Oh, okay. All right. Roll d20.
That is not gonna do.
Damn.
You set out that firebolt and it misses as well. It's like as he's like slipping and falling onto the ground, the firebolt like goes right over his head. Venator, you are up.
I'm gonna try the same thing, except what the troll's still down, right?
The troll is now down, so you have advantage on it.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to now step on his nuts.
Okay.
As I again hike up the skirts and bring up the knee. Ah.
You have advantage, so you get to roll 2 attacks.
Yeah.
16 is going to hit. How much damage do you do when you
I
stomp
don't know,
on
what's-
someone's?
What's the damage, Chris? You said?
Strength +1, strength mod +1.
Wait, that's it? That's all the damage?
Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
unarmed.
Huh. I thought you at least got like a roll. All right, it does 1 damage. Wait, do I get to replace it with Dex because I am a Dex character, or is
I
that?
don't think
Is
so.
that
Only if it's a
Finesse.
finesse weapon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. When it's a finesse weapon.
All right, so you do 1 damage to Michael. You stomp on him while he's on the ground, and he feels uncomfortable about it.
I'm gonna do it
It
again.
hurts
Rip
his
his
feelings
mask
a little
off.
bit.
Rip his mask off.
For my second attack. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just 1, 2.
Okay. That's
Oh.
gonna miss. That's also going to miss.
Damn. And that's my turn.
Why didn't you bring your weapons? That doesn't sound. I don't
Because
get that.
they don't go with the outfit. All right. If you're gonna be in character, you gotta stay in character.
All
You gotta
right.
make this ball before midnight. God damn it.
It's the troll's turn, so all the trolls stand up. The first one is going to go ahead and attack Venator. That's gonna miss. Second
Miss.
one's gonna attack
Suck it, nerd.
Grisham. That one's definitely gonna miss. And the third one attacks Cantharion. A 14 versus AC is going to miss, so they all three miss. They turn to look at the table, and there's like this look of like distress inside them when they realize that all of the candy has been destroyed, and they go into like this sort of rage. You can see them slowly growing in size as they're doing it. Grisham, you're up.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna just keep on doing this thing that I've been doing that's not really working, but I got nothing else to do, so I'm gonna poke them again.
That is going to miss.
I
Wait,
cannot roll well
Are they
tonight
still down?
at all.
Or did they stood up, huh?
Yeah, you
they
have
had
you had a sick
Darn it.
initiative roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're-
all I
you're
get.
super fast. Super fast.
Next
I
up is
can
going
miss
to be
really quickly.
Cantharion.
Alright, I don't remember what transpired. Did either one look more rough than the other?
The red one looks more rough than any of the other one, than any of the rest of them.
I'll swing it in. I'll
Miss.
swing once more. Alright.
Crit.
And we'll do, what do I have left? I need second level. I think I got one more first level spell slot, so we'll do an extra 2d8.
So that is a total of what, 19?
9. Yeah.
You slash at him and like cut through his neck area, and he falls and like hits the table and then falls onto the ground. You've successfully killed Freddy, which means that only Jason and Michael are left.
Freddy's gonna haunt us in our nightmares.
Next up
I
is
loot his
Shadow.
corpse for knife gauntlets.
Oh, hold on just a second.
Yeah, you can ask. Exactly.
How's everyone doing? Is there anyone who needs me?
I've seen better days.
Well, here
That's
you
right.
go, Venator. Remedium.
You heal 8 hit points, my friend.
Yeah.
Mein friend.
Mind point.
My French.
And it is going to be Vincent.
Alright, you said the red is dead?
Red's dead.
Let's do this. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last turn, but at something else. I'm gonna do it at the green.
That is going to hit.
Sweet. Go look on this thing. Alright, so 1d10.
1d10 takes it down to this. Venator, you're up next.
Wait, I was gonna have to roll for damage, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you just did 1d10
no,
for the damage.
no, yeah, just 6.
Yes, one length of 10 damage, please.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only when I hit a creature with a weapon. That's unfortunate. I was gonna do ensnaring strike, but I don't have a weapon. So I'm just gonna continue to.
Why don't you ask one of your friends for a weapon?
I guess yeah. Anybody have a sword? a spare sword, a spare
I just have
blade.
my one.
I have a spare dagger. I'll toss him a dagger as a free action, either this turn or next turn.
I would say that you tossing it is a free action, but it's going to use up your turn to catch that dagger.
The whole turn to catch the dagger?
You're not going to be able to catch the dagger and attack it with it.
Catch the dagger would be like movement, and then action would be like to strike.
Alright, whatever, do it.
Yes!
The negotiations were successful.
So long as he doesn't fumble.
So is it a finesse dagger, or is it no?
A dagger's
Yeah,
finesse.
dagger.
Yeah, daggers are finesse.
Okay. So... it's gonna be that. Nope.
Nope. You miss. You catch the dagger and you swing, and the troll responds with,
Ah, you got some tease in you, do ya?
And then I go for the back strike with my second attack. 18.
"That's gonna hit."
What's the damage roll on a dagger? 1d4?
1d4 plus your dex modifier, I think.
It's gonna be 5 damage.
5 damage. So you slash back across its face. It like leans in. You slash back across, and you like cut open its lip, like across its chin. The troll's turn. The troll responds to you in kind, with a 13 versus AC.
That will hit.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. 9 points of damage. Next up is the other troll that's in front of Cantharion. He's gonna grab the back of Cantharion's head and slam him into the side of the table. That is going to be a 20 versus AC.
I have 19. Definitely yes.
You take 6 points of damage. Are you unconscious?
I'm at 3.
Fuck. That would have been so cool to just knock you unconscious by slamming you into a table.
man.
You need to bane
That's
him. You need to pick him up and just bane him. I'm surprised you haven't done that yet.
Oh! Next up is Grisham.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born.
Trained by Razal.
I'm gonna run across the table. Actually, I'm gonna run under the table, apparently. Because layers are...
Yeah, that table is a token layer right now.
and I'm gonna dive off of the table and attack the troll with my sword. That is what I'm doing.
I like the idea that you slid underneath the table.
Okay, I
You, like,
slid
came-
under the
you came
table.
up behind
With
it
the
and I
ball
started-
bearings. Oh my gosh, that looks so
yeah,
cool.
the ball bearings. I just rolled on the ball bearings.
Nice.
And now I'm gonna hamstring. That's what I'm going for. The back of the leg.
gonna
I
miss.
suck.
So you like roll across these ball bearings and you swing, and as the troll lifts up his foot, it turns to look at you.
Stomps on my face.
Shadow, it's your turn. No, it's
I'm gonna-
Cantharion's turn actually.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We didn't miss anything, did we? That round just went fast. Alright.
I know what the problem is.
What?
I need new dice. I'm gonna change up my color.
Throw these away.
Yeah.
Now
I
you're
just bought a
yellow.
new set of dice. I bought a new set of dice. Let's see how this rolls.
We'll call them golden. You have golden
The
dice.
Golden dice. Wait, I can make it golden. Let's see. Hey,
22 is gonna hit.
There we go. Golden
6
dice.
magic slashing damage.
6 damage against who? Jason,
Yeah,
the blue one.
the blue.
All right. Shadow, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to jump onto the table and, well, I guess under the table? Get over to Cantharion. I guess right there. And touch him.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Laying hands on him.
man,
to
you
try to
critical
heal him.
failed it, unfortunately. But you did heal him for 11.
Well, that's way
so
better
good.
than he has been.
He
Yeah.
recoils.
Three.
He recoils at your touch.
Uh,
Oh,
Vincent, it's your turn.
Oh, Bobby.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot again. That's all I got left. I blew
Are you
everything
shooting? Are you shooting Jason up top or Michael down bottom?
at the bottom. I'm shooting Michael.
19's gonna hit.
All right, let's take the 1d10. Yeah, my turns are like pretty simple from here on out. Oh shit.
Welcome to my character.
2 damage.
It's better than
Bring it
one.
up.
The damage
What damage?
is slowly trickling in at this point. Next up is going to be Venator.
Yeah. So I look at that troll and I'm like, let's have that lower lip match the upper one. And I proceed to slash. 8.
It leans back as you slash, and he goes,
You're gonna have to do better than that.
And as he leans forward to say that, I slash again with a 15.
"That is going to miss, just barely." So you're like trimming his little troll beard.
I would say, give him a nice close shave.
As you, as your, your blade shave comes around, the troll headbutts you in the face. Crits. 13 points of damage.
As it hits me in the face, I go, it's all going dark again.
So
And I
like
collapse onto the
it
ground.
like leans back to miss your dagger, and then comes back in and like headbutts you in the face and knocks you unconscious.
And my eyes roll into the back of my head, and I'm like, it's all going dark. Smack the ground, and I kind of like roll a little bit along.
The next one is going to go ahead
wall.
and I'm gonna say I guess he's just gonna go ahead and try and keep going at Cantharion and see if he can't take him out. He's gonna totally miss there. Christian, you're up. They're both looking pretty rough.
Oh, I have a big. Okay, yeah, there we go. Look at them. Oh my god, those dice are worse. Oh no, I changed the color.
make him silver.
Make him black.
You have
Black is
silver
That's gonna
dice.
miss.
This one's good.
Next up is
Wow.
Cantharion.
Orange for Halloween.
I'm just
Alright, we'll
glad
try it
this
again.
session doesn't count because, you know.
A
That is gonna hit.
for 5, and we'll do one more.
That's gonna miss.
Oh.
Damn. You guys are really just chugging along here, really struggling.
Yeah, that rolls a 5. I've been rolling 3s and 2s a lot.
Shadow, you are up.
Okay, let's see. I think I am. I think I'm gonna go ahead and heal Vetor at level 1 for this spell.
Wouldn't it just bring me to 0?
What do
No,
you
so when you fall unconscious, if you don't get immediately killed, you just fall at 0.
Yeah.
Oh, do
You
you?
don't go into the negatives anymore.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was like I thought you didn't go to 0 till you made a death saving throw.
No, you're at 0.
Oh, okay. So
Unless a creature does damage.
Did I
equal to
cast it?
Your hit points.
It looks like it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm back at 11 now.
I
then?
think I clicked the wrong.
I think you hit Cure
Cure-
Wounds.
Yeah, I
Level
did
1.
the wrong one. So I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, that's not right.
I'll just
And
nix that
just-
11.
yeah, don't do that one. It was supposed to be this one.
Spell like
They're on the
flies,
same page.
flies into me, then through me.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
You heal 7.
I'm alive again.
And Vincent, you're up.
All right, think real hard and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Aw, yeah.
Going for green. Shit.
15's gonna miss.
At least I've scared him.
Going to miss. Venator, you're up.
I'm going to use my action to stand up,
Alright.
and I'm going to have at thee. 13.
That's gonna miss.
I'm going to How's he looking?
They're both at about a quarter health.
That's pretty.
You guys were dealing a lot of damage to him, and then you just stopped.
I ran
All
up.
right.
Look,
So how does this work? When you hit a creature with a weapon. Okay. I'm going to attempt to do ensnaring strike.
Okay.
Bam. So DC of 13 if this. Ugh. Nope.
Ah, that sucks.
Yep.
Don't blame the dagger.
but the ensnaring
Troll's
strike
turn.
lasts for a minute.
So-
So
Grisham, what the hell is wrong with these damn daggers?
So the troll is now not afraid of you because you've missed it 100 times. It now turns to
afraid
look
of
at Grisham and attempts to stomp on Grisham while he's on the ground.
Oh no.
He's gonna crit miss though, so he does not hit you at all.
Yeah.
The other
'Cause
one
I tied his
is
shoelaces together.
the other one is now going to try and grab Cantharion and throw Cantharion against the back wall. That's gonna be a 19 versus AC.
that'll hit.
All
19.
And you're gonna take 10 points of damage, and oh man, I moved the whole table. Oh god.
Whoa,
Oh dear. How do I undo?
the wrong layer.
There we go. And throw you against that wall back there. Well, I'll throw you against this wall back here, so that way the viewers can actually see you. So he grabs you and throws you into the wall. Next up is Grisham. All you gotta do is hit him. That's it.
Don't put so much pressure on me.
Yeah. I mean, you're rolling a shitload of damage dice.
Oh, the black dice.
That is going to hit.
So
Minimum damage though. Minimum damage. Something rolled minimum.
Still, you're able to take him out. So as you're like trying to hamstring him, you realize that you might have like miscalculated it a bit, and you get like his fucking major artery in his leg, and he just like fucking falls down to the ground and is like bleeding out. There's only one left, and Cantharion, you're up.
Alright. So I'll use my movement to stand up and then try them swings again.
That's gonna
Hey.
miss. Crit miss. Crit miss. Shadow. Oh
Wait, I
no,
got 2 though.
you get 2 of them. That one did 10. That's pretty good.
No bad.
He's looking pretty rough as well. Shadow, you're up.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to get across the table here and reach for Grisham. And try to cure his wounds by laying hands on him.
Yep. 9 hit points going to Grisham there.
doing work, doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
I wasn't
And
really that low, but
next
I'll
up
take
is
what I get.
Vincent.
All right, here we go, boys. I'm gonna go. Is the table still on fire?
No, the table's not on fire anymore.
Can someone please move me to the top of the table?
Well, like here? Oh, you're gonna stand literally on top of the table.
Yeah, I think that's actually impossible.
Or under it.
Under the table, I want to cast some wild magic.
Oh no.
We're gonna do it.
Yes,
We have to, right?
Oh no.
yes,
All right.
yes. Let me pull out the book.
All right, here we go.
My health points.
We haven't done it in a while, too, so. All right, no whammies.
No whammies.
Are you ready? This is the
Nope.
D100.
Ain't nobody ready.
78. So what is a 78 on the wild magic? Let me pull this up.
Shit, I'm only on Bard.
Another fireball.
Is it really?
No, that'd be terrible.
That'd be great. It'd be so appropriate.
It might be. Let me see here.
Not jealous.
78.
I'll put my plate
He cast polymorph on himself.
You cast polymorph on yourself. What do you want to polymorph yourself into?
Oh my god.
A piece of
A
candy.
dragon.
Cantharion.
Yeah, Cantharion.
Yes!
I think you have to actually like pick,
Yeah.
like, because you actually use the move polymorph.
Yeah. We'll do like a
So
sheep or something.
let's.
Oh
See.
my god, if you fail, you turn into a sheep.
Oh my god.
I gotta find polymorph in here.
Yeah, so the spell transforms a creature that you can see within range to a new form. You make a wisdom saving throw, and I believe, Landon, you said the DC was 14 on that?
Mm-hmm.
So make a wisdom throw. Yeah. Lasts for the duration until the target drops to 0 hit points. It can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. So, pretty much any animal.
So you could turn into a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, a giant fucking gorilla, a bear, a shark. Like, you basically just you're it's a druid ability.
Nice.
Oh.
Let's do it,
A giant hawk.
So does that mean I save myself?
Yeah, you made the save, so you get to choose, right?
Okay. I kind of wanted to be a bat. That would be funny.
Any beast who's
Yeah, so any beast level equal to or less than your level.
Huh.
If it doesn't have a challenge rating, or the challenge rating is equal to or less than your level.
Or like a bear.
You could be a bear.
It's like a fierce grizzly bear. Like flashbacks to.
You want to be a
Whenever-
black bear or a brown
Yeah, don't
bear?
be a panda bear.
We'll be a black bear. Just like the one in the woods that time we were
Grizzlies are more
sleeping. You know.
Grizzlies are worse.
All right, so you're a black bear. That means you have multi-attack. You
Shit.
get to make 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claws. Your bite attack is +3 to hit, and is 1d6 plus 2. Your claws are +3 to hit, and it's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Well, that's my turn, right? Like just doing.
Yeah, so now you're just a bear standing on top of a table full of candy.
I was under it. So I guess maybe the table.
So you
busts
gain
up.
19
The table
temporary
like
hit
bursts
points.
up, and
Yeah.
you're just a bear underneath there.
Like the Matrix with like all the agents.
Venator, you're up next.
yeah, so just next verse, same as the first.
Well, this guy's dead.
Oh, he died? The green one died?
Yeah.
Well then. I saw Grisham's sweet moves, and I'm going to like. What am I going to do here? We're going to do kind of like a cartwheel over the top of the table, and then we're going to
Like a
land.
ballerina.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, because the dress is like flowing over the top of me. There's that
Tinkerbell.
arc over.
We're
I'm
like-
gonna land here, and then as I land, I'm gonna try and arc with my sweet dagger.
Just like expose yourself to the world too with the legs up in
Yo,
the
I
air.
got some undergarments on.
You got some
All right?
underloins on?
Yeah, you know it. Oh yeah, 17.
That's gonna hit.
And was it 1d4?
1d4 plus dexterity modifier.
Oh yeah, 7.
That is gonna hit.
And for my second attack, come back again for 20.
Alright, that's gonna hit.
And oh yeah, 4 damage.
Oh man, he is looking rough.
Give him
So-
the old V.
So with his last on his last limb, he's going to attempt to grab you and throw you into Cantharion there. He is in fact going to do that. Does he hit Cantharion with you? He does not. And you take 8 points of damage.
I am unconscious again.
And Grisham, your turn.
Yeah.
He has 3 health.
Stab.
All you have to do is hit him.
Oh my lord. I'm gonna drop my dagger. Yeah. Sneeze on him.
That will miss.
Oh my god.
Cantharion. He has 3 health.
I get
All
2
you have
shots.
to do is hit him. That's gonna hit.
Hey.
So you bring your sword down and you slam it into its skull, and the creature falls and dies there on the ground. You now find yourselves in a room full of melted candy, and you realize that your journey now is for naught. What do you do? What do you do here?
I'm unconscious.
Do you think spirits care that the candy is melted?
I don't know, do they?
Would they mind eating the poison gruel?
I don't know, would they?
I'll try to salvage. I'll just root through and try to salvage any candy that's not charred. Like if the end of the table isn't, or like stuff we were able to knock off. Like I'll just like start gathering that stuff up.
So you begin to like gather up what little you can, and you're even like chiseling off like pieces of like rock solid melted sugary goodness.
Yeah, I'll give it like a tertiary lick. Like, okay, that still tastes like candy. We're good, you know. Like anything that's still half decent tasting.
You load it all onto the wagon, and you look up and you realize it's 11:30, and you're running out of time. So you quickly make a mad dash back towards the town. You're able to make it back into the town at 11:58. And as you place the candy upon the altar in the center of the town, you look up at the moon and can't help but think, is there enough here?
Please tell me that Venator left a glass slipper.
I was planning on it, but I am currently unconscious, so I cannot say my
It
motive.
could still fall off. You don't know.
I lay on
My-
hands.
Well,
You're-
I was
may
gonna,
have
I was
lost
gonna, I was gonna step on it, like
in
as
the
I'm
nuts.
walking out, as I'm like stepping, like all those kicks I did, it just shatters.
I thought you planted it in his nuts.
No, it's just gonna have it like shatter into a million pieces, and I just have like one slipper on.
You place the candy upon in the center square, and everyone is there waiting for you and waiting on bated breath. And
Venator's unconscious, right?
Venator
I don't even know if anybody took my body.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
we would have carried you on the wagon.
I lay on hands. He's good. I brought him up.
Oh, okay, because I was
Yeah,
just
I did
gonna grab him out of his bosom and put more candy on there.
Yeah, do that too. Take all the candy from the scarecrow too.
when you get
hey,
there,
Hey, that's my candy.
Yeah, I'm reaching in.
My candy.
when you
Leave the candy.
when you get back to the main town square, you see the mayor is there, and he is filled with fear that perhaps this will not be enough. And as everything is placed on the altar, the moon finally hits the middle of the sky. And the spirits that were creeping through the woods come entering the town. They look over the candy, and they look at the townsfolk. And the spirits flow into the candy and then swirl up into the air. And it turns out that you were in fact successful. The stroke of midnight hits, and the children cheer out with joy as they rush the candy in the center of the in the center of the square.
Then they're gonna
Venator's
cry
dress
when they see what happens.
disappears.
And as they begin to consume the candy, they smile and they laugh, and everything is as it should be. At least you hope so. Well, that was fun. I had a
Until
good
we
time.
accidentally gave him the poisoned food.
Yeah.
Twist.
We killed all your children.
I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody had fun watching. It was certainly exciting. Much more exciting than I expected it to be.
I thought
I
it was
didn't
a lot
get to
of
do
fun.
anything but heal everybody.
I can't help it that I got critted on and then fireballed on.
Yeah. That did happen.
I just did a bunch of damage the whole time.
You were gonna kill us all twice.
Somebody had to do damage because I certainly wasn't doing anything tonight.
I would say I was
That fight went a lot longer than I expected it to go.
It was all fine until I got drunk, and then once I got drunk, I could no longer roll. I don't know what happened.
What are these? What are these?
What are these dice? Ugh.
He's trying to make excuses. He wouldn't have been able to roll anyway.
Psst, Rob, read the donation message.
Oh, yes, I have to read the donation message.
There's a message.
Where do I find that? How do I find that? How do I find that?
Go to, what do you use? Stream tip?
I
go to your
use Twitch
dashboard?
alerts.
Then before it's, you guys are all lame and losers on the internet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. Well, we are all lame, and we are losers on the internet.
Just insult seafood.
Yeah.
Twitch alerts? Let's go to twitch.tv. No, not twitch.tv. Twitch alerts.
Twitch alerts.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second. I have to actually have this open next time. How do I work this? How do I work this?
How do I Twitch alerts?
I don't know.
Literally, how do I?
Landon, you stream the most.
Oh, yeah,
people.
yeah. You just log in with your Twitch ID, and then you go to dashboard, and it'll have all your messages.
It may have sent it to your, no, your email wouldn't, like if you do PayPal or whatever, it just gives you the amount and not the message.
Here we go. Okay, I think I see it on here. It
Mhm.
says.
Drum roll?
Oh, I don't want to. I want to like find a way to like. I'm just gonna cover up Cantharian's face for a second.
Okay.
It says, as always, love you guys in the stories. Good to see you back. Thanks so much, man. I truly appreciate that. You're fantastic. We had a fucking great time tonight. I personally was like super happy to be back and to be playing again and to be doing something as fun as Halloween. I hope everybody else that tuned in, that's watching live right now, had a good time watching. And of course, if you missed any of it, we record all of the games, so you can catch it on the Twitch channel right here, or you can also catch it online on my YouTube channel, which you will find underneath. I'm actually finishing filming up a short film that we'll be working on, or I'm sorry, no, a web series, which should also be going online soon, so you should be able to check that out. Why is my Ghostbusters music not playing right now?
I hear it.
Do you really?
I don't hear
any. I don't hear anything right now.
I don't hear it. I have nothing.
I turned it like half everybody.
I have no idea.
Skype is glitching, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's telling me I need to go home. I think Skype is telling me I need to go home. But thank you so much for everybody who came and hang out. As always, my name is Captain Rob, also known as Robert Steinberg. I live out here in Los Angeles, California. I am an aspiring voice actor and film and television actor. I am the DM here. We play Dungeons & Dragons normally once a week, either on Tuesdays or on Saturdays. But we really hope that you guys had a great time. To the right of me is my good buddy Chris, who plays our paladin Cantharion. Chris, where can everybody find you?
Find me hopefully right here every Tuesday, hanging out in Bruce Wayne's channel, and
Patrolling the night.
that's it. That's all I got.
And underneath Chris, we have my good buddy Landon. Landon, where can everybody find you?
On Twitch, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, pretty much. I tweet, and even if I'm not streaming, I'll still be tweeting. So on there.
Sweet. Underneath Landon, we have Jillian. Jillian, where can everybody find you?
Well, right now I'm participating in something called Inktober, which throughout October artists are doing an ink drawing per day. I'm a little bit behind, but I've had computer problems and things like that. So I'll be uploading more. I'll share the Facebook event in the links in the chat.
Nice. Very nice. Next to Jillian is our good buddy Kevin, who plays Grisham. Kevin, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on DeviantArt as Rainson. And that's about it. Otherwise, I'm just kind of behind the scenes, hard at work on the new map for our campaign world and working on the Chronicles of Oberon wiki page over on Obsidian Portal.
Which we are super excited about. It's going to be fucking
Looking
sick. whenever it gets done.
So-
We've gotten a couple of sneak peeks, so it has been very exciting to look at everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much open for public consumption right now. There's just a lot of sort of dead links that need to be filled in, but there's a lot of good info there just to kind of get you started on like kind of how, the thing, how things are working so far with the world. And as we play more, we add more details. So
Yeah, absolutely. And last but most certainly not least is my good buddy Joe, who is directly beneath me. Joe, where can everybody find you?
Yes, you can find me over at Joe Covered Mountain on Twitch. I am a Magic the Gathering streamer. I stream Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Joe Covered MTN. I tweet out random Magic stuff, random D&D stuff, random Twitch stuff. So if you ever want to know when we're going live or whenever I'm going live, you can follow me there, or I'm always hosting this stream. So, yeah.
Very sweet. Well, as always, guys, we want to thank everybody who came out and watched today. We want to thank you if you're watching the video, and please be sure to tell your friends if they don't already know, if they're not already hanging out. Be sure to give us that follow if you'd like. And yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. I hope everybody has a happy holidays. Make sure to be safe. But yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have fun, guys.